Evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Welcome to another episode of your Average Day Joes. I'm your host, C.
And Jay, so
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday, man. We're almost there to the weekend. Can't wait. But yeah, man, a couple more days. And we are officially in a Saturday where we get to kind of relax a little bit, hopefully, depending on who you are and what you're doing. But definitely, how you feeling, Jay?
a little tired, but it's okay. It's normal. Late
Yep.
night, early mornings. You know how it is. Business trumps all.
I decided to join you today and I got my own cup of fake coffee. It's not real coffee, but I got a fake.
What the hell's fake coffee?
It's not,
what the
it just doesn't have caffeine in it.
what the hell does that mean? What do you mean? Like a
It's made
decaf
out of
coffee?
like it's made out of chicory root, dandelion root. So it still kind of has that coffee kind of distinct look, but it's herbal. It's an herbal thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
and it tastes like coffee. It tastes actually pretty good. I'm pretty surprised
okay.
how good it is. You know, can't go wrong. Can't go wrong.
I don't know, but
But yeah,
good.
shout out to the 19 people watching, man. Hope everybody's doing good. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And let's get on with the show. So, we always start off with our Jay, did you know segment? So let me see what I got for you guys today.
All day.
Uh, did you know, Jay, that there's a new Subaru? So in 2026, because I work for Subaru, so this caught my eye. You know what the Outback looks like for Subaru, right?
Yep.
So did you know that they're redesigning the whole thing? It's going to be like a whole new look to the Outback.
Good.
Yeah. Have you seen it at all? Have you seen any of the pictures?
No, not
Okay.
the new design. I
I'm
just
gonna
remember the old ones.
I'm gonna show you the new one, what it looks like.
Okay.
Uh, Let me see real quick. I'm gonna pull this up, make it bigger for everybody. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but this is what the new look. This is what the new look of it is. It looks more like an SUV now. There because it was like a
Oh,
station wagon.
yeah, I know. I
So,
remember.
so yeah, it's gonna be looking more like an SUV now.
Okay.
Kind of similar to almost like the Forester. See, since I work for Subaru, it's kind of like, what? Why are you doing this? But certain pictures kind of look differently because when you look at it from like certain angles, it actually does kind of still have a little bit of a station wagon look. But when you look at it from other angles, it definitely looks more like an SUV, which is kind of cool if you think about it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like now it's more like an SUV crossover. But I'm digging it, man. See, so like the side, like if you can see this picture, it still looks
Mhm.
like a station wagon, right? But like a more raised one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
so
really my style, but
it still has that, but the front definitely looks more aggressive, more station wagon look. The back like looks bigger. I like it, bro. Like I'm gonna consider it. I got to see how the inside feels and stuff when I look at them. Yeah, man.
you're gonna
See
consider
the
what?
front. The front reminds me of like a Ford Expedition, bro. Like you know what I mean? The front of this car.
Yeah.
It has that beefy
Okay.
kind of look to it. And
It's
yeah,
still a
the lights.
station wagon.
It's kind of well, it's like they call it a crossover now because it's definitely more bigger. Still got that boxer engine, which everybody loves from Subaru. But yeah, man, it's coming out, bro. It's coming out, so that's gonna be nice. That's 2026. Especially this, like from this angle right here, I really like the look of it. It looks beefy. Definitely looks nicer than the Outbacks that we have now. Because the Outbacks we have now, they're aerodynamic looking, which is nice, but they're not beefy looking like this one. This one looks definitely beefy. The only
Okay.
Outbacks that are the 2025 models that I really like are like the wilderness trim because they're a little bit higher raised. They have all the plastic like little pieces on the side. So it's pretty nice, man. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's coming out. That's gonna be coming out. It's gonna be nice to see. Let's see what else we got for you, Jay. Jay, did you know that the king of poisons is building up in rice?
What do you mean?
So I don't know if I know I talked to you about this before, but if you're not eating alkaline rice, which would be wild rice, then if you're just eating regular rice, it's not that good for you because it has a lot of arsenic in it. And what they're saying is that that over the years, because of the way that they're doing the rice, they're saying that that buildup of arsenic is getting more and more inside the rice now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's getting more and more dangerous, and arsenic is a poison, so it's very regulated. But if you have, you know what I mean, if you're eating rice like every day, that's why like I've been studying, because I've studied alkaline and stuff, like food and eating. One thing I know is that people, especially people like in like Asian countries who eat rice every day as a staple,
Mm-hmm.
they as they get older, as they age, their backs tend to get crooked much quicker than like other people who don't eat rice like as an everyday staple.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually because of the arsenic that's in it, but because it's in such little amounts that it takes years for your back to get crooked from arsenic, and because it's like a poison for you. And now it's building up more and more from the way that they're harvesting the rice, so it just kind of sucks,
I did not know that.
Yeah. The only true alkaline rice, and they call it wild rice. It looks like a rice, but
Mm.
it's actually not a rice. It's a grain, and you get it in like lakes and stuff. It's pretty cool. Really good stuff, though.
I
That's
have
what I
no
eat.
idea, bro.
And we got Robert Collier in the house. He says, "Hi, what's going down? Thank you for being here, Robert. Nice to see you."
What's up? What's up?
Let's see what else we got for you, Jay. Jay, did you know that Japan is once again proving to be the land of innovation?
They're always 4 or 5 years ahead. You talking about technology?
Yeah.
Always.
They're setting a new record with a 310,000 monster oil. It's a oil ship, like for transporting oil. The oil,
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So they just made like the biggest one ever.
Okay. Sounds
310
about right.
tons, bro.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. And going on about Subaru, Jay, did you know that Subaru is making the new vehicles that they're coming out with? They're gonna have an airbag for the outside windshield for if you hit a cyclist.
Okay.
So if you hit somebody on a bike, the airbag is gonna deploy from the front windshield on the outside of the vehicle to soften the blow for if you hit a pedestrian. Basically, it doesn't matter if it's a bicyclist, but if you hit a
Okay.
pedestrian. What do you think of that?
It's real out here, San Francisco, California.
Especially
Right
San
here,
Francisco,
Berkeley and San Francisco, you can't get more that's like directed right here,
Exactly.
So I
Jay,
get it.
did you know that Hyundai Heavy Industries is offering to build warships for the U.S. Navy?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Hyundai, and this is what we were talking about before. Remember with the whole chess thing with what like Donald Trump is doing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, now look, we got Hyundai looking to build us warships and stuff, bro. That's all going to be American jobs. They're not going to let him build warships in Korea.
Obviously.
Yeah. Right. So that's kind of cool. Jay, did you know that Elon Musk lost it on a call with the government after autopilot killed a Tesla driver?
When? Today?
No, this was in March of 2018.
Oh.
Tesla Model X owner Walter Huang died after his vehicle crashed into a concrete highway while its autopilot driver assistance software was turned on.
Wow. No, I did not know that.
Yeah.
That was in when? 2018?
2018. So, I mean, that was so long ago, that's why they've made such strides to where that's not going to be that way anymore,
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know, because I think this was all from that time. I don't think this was like a call that he made recently, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was just at that time moment when that happened. But I guess there's just coming out now that he lost it on the call. Like, what the hell is going on,
I believe it.
Yeah. Let's go. Shout out to the 101 people watching right now. Let's see what else we got. Jay, did you know that Pulsar Fusion unveils vision for Sunbird nuclear rocket to reach Mars in half the time?
I did not know that.
It's a super fast propulsion system which could aid humanity's exploration goals someday.
Damn.
Yeah, I guess there's a company called Sunbird, so they're going to be able to go in half the time to Mars from what everybody else.
I did not know that. Wow.
That's pretty cool, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Jay, let's see. Let me see if I can pull this one up for you. Jay, do you know that they're making a new electric car which flies? It has cyclo rotors, no propellers, mid-air braking, and it's made by Kawasaki, which is hydrogen
Yeah,
powered. It's not electric;
actually,
it's hydrogen powered.
yeah, I saw that.
You see that? That's
Yeah,
gonna be crazy.
that's Kawasaki also is making that. Remember that you were asking me about the dog?
Uh-huh.
I believe they're making that dog, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah. I saw both of those things in the same place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was cool.
Let's see what else we got. Jay, do you know by any chance which airport in the world was voted #1, like the nicest airport in the world?
I don't know.
Any
I wouldn't.
guesses?
No, I don't know the other airports in the world. I know most. I know most of the domestic ones.
Or at least
Not.
the country where the airport is the most beautiful one in the world.
I don't know.
I guess it's Singapore, brother.
Singapore. Yeah, that's what I
Singapore.
would have said too. But just because
Supposedly,
I saw that they have like the waterfalls, all the
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
yeah.
they have
I've seen
waterfalls,
it.
gardens.
Yeah, I've seen it. That's what I mean. That's the only one I could think of that would have been close to that. So yeah,
Oh, really? So you've seen it personally, or you just seen like pictures of it?
yeah. I've never been there, but I
Oh,
saw like they did a whole thing on it. Like I like read about it and saw it. Like you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
they also have the best. Since they have the best airport, they also have the best. What's it called? First class.
right,
You ever
right.
seen their first class?
Now, what is it like?
So it's like you have your own obviously you have your own recliner, you have your bed, you have your TV, and then they take care of you like extra in it. You know what I'm saying? Because then when you go to
Right.
the bathroom, shower, like it's really different levels of first
Yeah.
class.
Damn.
You know
Okay.
what I mean? Yeah. So I researched all this for when like I travel out on that side of the world. I have
Yeah,
to.
yeah. So we going to
It's it's
Singapore.
it's known to that's the best first class like out of all of them.
Uh huh.
Like it's something everyone needs to try at least one day. I've
Yeah.
had first class before, blessed enough to have it, growing up.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like so, but it wasn't anything like the Singapore one. So I was like, oh wow.
That's crazy. So they have showers.
Everything, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Everything, yeah. But yeah, it's not in your actual area. You walk to it.
Oh, okay.
But everything, yeah, it's like it's all taken care of right on the same floor.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, you come back that, you have everything is right there for you. You know what I mean? Like I said, because you have your bed, you have your recliner, you have your flat, everything.
I was pretty surprised how nice when I flew to the Philippines with my wife. We went on EVA Air,
Okay.
and that one was really nice as well. Super comfortable. Like you don't have to be in first class. It was just super comfortable. They
Yeah.
provide you with toothbrushes and toothpaste in the
Yeah.
bathrooms. Like, dude, it was just super nice, man. No shower, but super nice.
Yeah, I believe it. I
Yeah.
just, like I said, I was researching all the best first classes because
Okay.
I believe when I fly, like for a certain amount of time,
Uh huh.
I want to, you want to experience that to the next level.
Definitely.
You
Definitely.
know, I've been blessed enough to fly some really, yeah,
Definitely.
good thing, good times in
Exactly.
flights. So
Shout out to the 118 people watching. Jay, did you know that Gary Payton played for LA Lakers from 2003 2004 season?
yes, I have his jersey.
And did you know that during that time when he was that 1 year with the Lakers, that one season, did you know that it says that, well, he said that he did not bother to try to learn Phil Jackson's triangle offense because he wanted to play the way that he wanted to play. So
Yeah,
he basically did not want to listen to Phil Jackson that time.
he didn't have. Yeah, he's Gary Payton. Why would he listen?
Because that was the one season that they didn't get the championship that season.
I know. I
So
remember.
he was like he's saying that it was basically because of me. Gary Payton is basically admitting that
It's not
most
because of
likely
him.
they didn't go to the championship because he failed to try to listen
It's
to
not
Phil
because
Jackson.
of him.
Huh?
It's not because of him.
Not all because of him, but he definitely, if I mean, if you're not listening to the coach, there's going to be a lot of disruption in the locker room as well.
No, they had injuries with Karl Malone as well.
No, I know
They
Karl.
they had Karl Malone, Gary Payton, Shaq, and Kobe starting, dude.
Yeah,
That
so,
was Hall of Fame lineup.
yep, yep. But they couldn't get it done, man. Just like Phoenix, this day and age.
Like I said, you got to have the right pieces. So just because you have four Hall of Famers doesn't mean you got to have the people that want to do the dirty work. You got to have the Draymond Greens.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? You got to have the people that clean the stuff up. You know what I mean? Like that are scrappy. You got to have all the role players. That's why they're called role players.
Yeah.
You understand? Like that's just yeah, I remember. So I have that jersey, the Gary Payton one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that jersey. I bought it because I was like, okay, you know what? I love GP. He's a Bay Area native. So I was like, I'm gonna get that jersey just because. And that was I remember going to South Beach to Allen Iverson's party,
Uh-huh.
and I was wearing Gary Payton's jersey, the Laker one.
Nice.
And that time, I was passed out and I was all across the net, bro.
Oh, okay.
Because I was at his party in a GP jersey, just like, just yeah. Oh, it was hilarious, bro. It was all over, everywhere. Yeah, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. You see me knocked out in a Gary Payton jersey, but this was like, to everyone.
In Miami?
No, everyone, like, so at that time, they didn't have social media like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But on the net, I was like, oh my God, oh Jesus.
Right.
You see, because I'm draped over like this, and you see the GP jersey. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, why was I? And I was like, I'm at Allen Iverson's party. Why the hell am I in a Gary Payton jersey? But they loved it. Everyone was like, oh shit, this,
Right.
because it was just random being in South Beach, and I happened to be in a Gary Payton jersey. It was just pretty funny.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was good times, dude. It was called the Spring Break Crossover.
Oh, okay.
So Allen Iverson used to throw that party every year back in the day.
That's that.
Good times.
Jay, let me ask you, do you know that there's a shift in trafficking trends of animals? And I want to say which animal, but I wanted to see if you could take one guess of what animals all of a sudden now people are trying to traffic. There's four. I'll read you the headline without saying the animal. Kenya accuses 4 men of trying to smuggle thousands of this animal as authorities note shift in trafficking trend.
I don't know. You said in Kenya?
In Kenya. This happened in Kenya, and it was 4 Belgian men. They were from Belgium. They're trying to bring this animal back to Belgium with them.
I don't know.
This will be a very tough one to guess, so I'll just say it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ants.
What?
Ants.
Ants?
Ants.
Like ANTS?
Yep. Kenya
Oh my
accused
God.
4 men of trying to smuggle thousands of ants as authorities note shift in trafficking trends.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God, dude.
I'm telling you, bro. It's like, what? You said ants.
Yeah, it says the headline says 2 Belgian teenagers were charged Tuesday with wildlife piracy after they were found with thousands of ants packed in test tubes in what Kenyan authorities said was part of a trend in trafficking smaller and lesser known species. 2 19-year-olds who were arrested with 5,000 ants at a guest house appeared distraught during their appearance, and they said that they were collecting them for fun and did not know that it was illegal. But they had
Oh my God.
them, bro.
Oh God. I don't even know what to say to that. Jesus.
Oh my God, dude. That's just, I don't know, man.
People, bro.
What's
People.
going on with people, man? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. That was random, bro. It was a random one.
Yeah, it was. Shout out to the 131 people watching. Jay, did you know that there's a 10-year-old in California? She's a prodigy, and she's set to graduate from college with 2 degrees at 10 years old. She's the next Duke.
Now?
Yep.
Where she go to Berkeley? Stanford? Where?
I don't know where she went. What college did she go to? San Bernardino, California.
I have San Bernardino, Southern Cal. Okay.
She has 2 associate's degrees from Crafton Hills College. Youngest to ever graduate.
Jesus. Wow. It's impressive. 10 years old?
Yeah, her final GPA will be close to a 4.0, bro.
Damn. That's fucking impressive.
Right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
That's
what
right there, man.
What college is she going to after?
It doesn't say. It's just the headline is that she's graduating from this college right now.
Okay.
The 2 degrees.
Okay.
Let me see.
I'm just
It
curious.
says that the reason she was able to do it was because she was homeschooled, and
Oh, okay.
she credits her dad for pushing her to do her best at school. So
Wow, man.
it's kind of cool.
There's
So
some levels to that. Jesus fuck.
can you imagine though, if you're at 10 years old, graduating with 2 degrees from college, like the kind of like homeschooling you got, bro? Like this little girl probably never had a childhood, you know?
No. That's what I'm saying. That's just that's taking it to the next level.
Yeah, it is.
I ain't mad at it. I'm
That's
sure she's
straight up
like,
like that's like what Chinese kids have to go through in China and shit,
yeah,
That's crazy.
that is crazy. It's also impressive.
Yeah, it is.
Like, damn, you know what I mean?
Let's see what else we got for you. Let's see. Did you know, Jay, that Border Patrol agents in Maine arrested a MS-13 gang member in Portland, Maine?
I didn't know that.
So they're, it's kind of crazy because the MS-13 gangs, they're really like all across the United States now. It's not just like it used to be like California, LA,
Yeah.
but I mean they're all the way up in Maine, bro.
That's crazy to even say Maine. That's way up there.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's crazy.
Did you know that Nissan, which is not my favorite brand because I didn't tell you what happened with my Nissan, huh? With the Altima?
Again?
So remember I told you that
No.
remember I told you that I took it in, right? Because I had that problem with it.
Uh-huh.
So he just the service advisor so I bought a Nissan Altima. Ever since I had it, I probably had a good one a week, but every other time it's been in the shop. And the service advisor, it's in the shop right now, and the service advisor just told me I'm ordering an axle and strut barrier and a new control unit for the
Bro, you might as well put together the fucking car.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, dude, I got a certified used car, and they probably spent already $10,000 on putting new stuff into this car, bro.
Bro, they done built you a new car.
I'm telling you, man. I at this point, I don't even know if I should give it up because I'm about to have like a brand new car, man. Even though I bought it certified used with 18,000 miles.
Jesus, man. I don't even know what to say to that.
They lied to me anyway, though, because I found in the glove box paperwork from the previous owner, and it says that it was from a body shop, and they had to replace her bumper in the back.
Clearly.
So
they just put together a brand new car now. What happened? Was it like
exactly?
Jesus, man. What did it go through? World War? Jesus. What the
it's kind of sad. But guys, if you buy a Nissan, I guess the best advice is buy it brand new because I've always bought Nissans. I love Nissan, and I bought this Altima like a month ago, and I probably got to use it for like one whole week. And the rest of 3 weeks, it's been sitting in the shop. And
bro, that's the craziest shit I've heard, man.
I can't believe it, man.
Where did you buy it again? Where did you buy it?
At Saramonte Nissan in Saramonte.
Oh my god.
I already hired a lawyer. I'm trying to get either some money back for it, or I'm trying to get it returned. If I get it returned, I'm probably just gonna get a Subaru since I work for them anyway, But still, man.
Yeah, you'll make your own commission. Fuck. Yeah, why not?
Exactly.
Jesus, man.
But Jay, talking about Nissan, did you know that they're trying to bring back the GTR? Without a doubt, it's supposed to be faster than a Porsche 911.
I did not know they were bringing that back. Okay.
Yep. That's gonna be kind of cool because I love GTRs, man.
Yeah, I know.
Those are nice cars, but I will not buy another Nissan.
I'm sure. Jesus, man. I've never heard so many problems with a car, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? That's crazy to me.
Exactly. Jay, did you know that there was a huge amount of cancellations of Chinese freight ships, which they're like the booking of the shipments from China to United States because they ship a lot of our stuff to us. Mm-hmm. They're having a whole bunch of cancellations.
I believe it. I don't.
Which makes sense. But that's like what we talked about yesterday. And was that other one Shine or something?
Yeah, both of them. Yeah.
Let me see. Jay, did you know that Ford just recalled a whole nother 148,000 vehicles?
Who did? Ford?
Ford.
I did not know.
Yep. There was
Which
a
one?
fluid leak that could reduce braking performance and increase stopping distance. And it affects the 2017 to 2018 Ford F-150, Expedition, and Lincoln Navigators.
Oh, okay. So the trucks and the
Yeah.
SUV. Wow.
And on top of that, they're also recalling another 24,655 2025 Explorers because of a powertrain control module may reset while driving.
Damn.
Ford has been going through a lot of recalls, bro.
They've always had like recalls, but they've also been one of the most thriving American companies as well.
Right.
They
Yeah.
were the only company to survive a lot of that, back in the day.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? When Chevy and all that were going out. Remember GM when they got bailed out?
Uh,
Ford had money. They didn't use that
exactly.
bailout.
Exactly. But Ford,
Yeah.
Ford just got a bunch of recalls. Even I heard Honda, out of all freaking car makers, had a big recall because they have that. Hondas have that feature where if you're like at a red light, then the engine turns off and then it'll turn back on when you release the brakes to kind of
Oh,
save
okay.
gas.
Yeah.
And basically, what was happening was that with that feature for Honda, when you let go of the brake to like start going, the whole engine would shut off. Like they made something was faulty with that system they had. You know,
Hmm.
yeah, kind of crazy. Because that's dangerous. You know, it can be
Yeah.
dangerous. Jay, did you know that explorers in Mexico found a hidden chamber in a cave filled with remnants of a lost civilization?
I did not know.
Yeah, it was a submerged. So this cave was like kind of in the water, and they only found this passage because they had to go underwater. It was submerged, and then when they
Oh,
got to the
I
other
think I read
side,
about that. I,
yeah,
I read about that.
yeah. So it was like an undiscovered room they found there, bro.
Yeah, I did read about that.
They explored and they found bracelets sitting on top of like these stones and other artifacts from a lost civilization. They had like shell bracelets, uh, yeah, like different stuff like that. You know, like
Of course.
yeah, that's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy, my friend. Let's see what else I got. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do. I forgot. Oh no, I got two. I got two things. Uh, So, Jay, did you know that Toyota finally unveils Project Helix, and it says that the end of EVs has arrived. So this is a new prototype for hydrogen fuel cell that they have
Oh,
made.
okay. The hydrogen one. Yeah.
Yeah, the hydrogen one, but it's like a whole new one. It's not like what we had already that kind of failed. It's like a
Oh,
whole
okay.
new way of doing it. I don't even think you're going to need to have like you're not going to need to gas up like at a gas station with anything.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Do you think that that's going to put an end to EVs as we know it?
No,
I mean,
but it'll be it's just I like how there's going to be options on everything.
no, for
From
sure. Yeah. What
I
what
was
would
going
you
to
do?
say, well, I mean, like I said, there's going to be options on everything now. Like what for preference of what your preference is.
Uh,
You know what I mean?
would you buy a hydrogen? If let me ask you this: if Tesla, because I know you said in the future you wouldn't mind getting the Tesla because of the self driving. If
Yeah.
Tesla came out with the same, or if like Toyota, for instance, came out with the same kind of technology that a Tesla would have, but it's hydrogen, would you pick that over an electric car?
Like I said, it depends on the AI.
Uh huh.
The AI is the only thing. Like I have all my gas cars.
Yeah,
But only reason I'll get a Tesla is because for the AI.
got you.
That's it. So unless that hydrogen one has AI, yeah, I don't really care. But that's what I mean. It gives people options now
Uh huh.
because you do realize the flying cars, those are coming too.
Flying cars, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, those are coming. So that's what I mean. There's going to be options on everything,
Uh huh.
you know? And then, like I said, when it's time, you do realize I'm making my H2, my Hummer, amphibious.
Right.
Remember? So
Right.
that's what I mean. So this is gonna be great, man. Options with everything, you know.
Uh huh.
soon we'll see in the sky when we have the flying cars, all the air traffic control.
Right, right.
I'm telling you, man, I'm ready for the future.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's coming quick.
Oh, I know. I'm ready for that, bro. But I would definitely go with hydrogen because hydrogen is so much more sustainable than
I
electric.
get it. I
Yeah.
get it. But how's the AI? You know what I'm saying? Like
That's all that is. Yeah, it's just the AI we have to worry.
that's it. That's what I'm saying. That all if you told me that hydrogen car had like the Google, the Waymo AI, I'd be like, "Oh, really?" I would just get that.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. So, it really depends. Because I'm kind of I was gonna skip the whole EV stage.
Yeah.
Everyone in my damn neighborhood, that's all I see. You know that.
I know. I know.
It's like Tesla heaven in my neighborhood.
Right.
But
Right.
that's what I'm saying. Like I get it now, especially when the full AI drops.
Yeah.
Cool, cop one,
Exactly.
cop
Exactly.
one just to have it. So I don't, like I said, so I don't have to drive everywhere.
Yeah.
There's times where I don't mind driving. I love, I like hopping in the Hummer, people moving out of the way. You know,
Right. Right.
so yeah.
So let me ask you. I'm gonna tell you something now with our Jay. Did you know? And I'm gonna try to see if this might change your mind about Tesla.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So Jay, did you know that Tesla speeds up odometers to avoid warranty repairs? That's claimed on a U.S. lawsuit that they're putting into court now.
No, I did not know.
Yeah. It says Tesla is facing a proposed class action lawsuit claiming it speeds up odometers on its electric vehicles so they fall out of warranty faster, saving Elon Musk's company from having to pay for repairs.
I could see that.
That's going to be crazy, bro. If that actually found out to be true, that's gonna be a big blow to Elon Musk's Teslas, man.
He'll be fine, man.
Yeah, I mean, just for the Tesla section. I'm not saying his
Yeah,
other
I
stuff
know.
will be
No,
good.
I know.
Yeah. It says that the plaintiff who's putting up the proposal for the lawsuit says that he said the odometer on the 2020 Model Y he bought in December with 36,000 miles on the clock ran at least 15% faster based on its other vehicles and driving history, and for a while said he drove 72 miles a day when at most he drove only 20.
Damn.
Yeah, that's all bad, bro. That is all bad. But it is what it is. I mean, you're gonna pay you're not gonna get away. Like that's the thing that I think a lot of people always like. You know what I mean? If they try to get away with stuff, like it's gonna catch up to you sooner or later. You know what I mean? It always does. So,
Of course.
yep. All right, and for our last Jay, did you know segment? Jay, do you know what are the 13 of the most powerful small SUVs in 2025 that have the most power?
The small SUVs, you said?
Smallest, yeah, the small SUV segment. Which ones have the most power?
I don't know. I mean, there's so many different ones,
Yeah,
you know. I don't know which one. I mean, obviously, are you talking about just gas powered or electric?
just gas.
Oh, just gas?
Yep,
I mean, they'll probably, you'll probably have the beams up in there, the
yep.
Beamers. You'll probably have the Mercedes one up in there. You'll definitely have a Land Rover or the Range Rover one up in there, probably.
Okay. Let's find out together because I'm not
Um,
sure either.
because these are all small SUVs, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You probably have an Audi one in there.
All right. Let's find out. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Shout out to the 157 people watching. So, for your most powerful small SUVs of 2025, starting on number 13, we got the 2025 Ford Bronco Sport Badlands.
Oh, the
That one
Bronco.
has,
That's a good one. I forgot about that.
yep.
Forgot about
That
that.
one has an inline four. It's a turbocharged 2.0 liter inline four, and it makes 250 horsepower and 277 pounds of torque.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. Number 12, we got the Mazda CX-50.
I
That
don't know
one
what that is.
comes with an optional turbocharged 2.5 liter. It has 256 horsepower and 320 pounds of torque. That's some serious torque for a small SUV like that.
Don't know that one. I
That's
don't really know
impressive.
much about Mazda.
Yeah, they're nice. So where I work at Subaru, I'm right next to the Mazda dealership, bro. So and because the owners they own both all of those dealerships there. so I get to see all the nice Mazdas. Not Mazda has some. They really revamped their car line, and they're really nice now, bro. Like really nice. You know.
Got it.
Number 11, we got the Volkswagen Tiguan R line. That one has a turbocharged 2.0 liter 4-cylinder, making 268 horsepower with 258 pounds of torque. But I don't know about Volkswagens, bro. I've never been a fan. They're always kind of like not in the best, you know.
I know.
They break down quick.
I've heard.
Yeah. Number 10, we got the Mini Countryman, the Mini Coopers. Those have 2.0 liter inline fours with 312 horsepower and 295 pounds of torque.
That's BMW.
Yep.
Got it.
Mini Coopers are also another shitty brand that always are in the repair shop. Not because they look shitty or anything. It's just that they're always in the repair shop. Number 9, we got what you said, the Audi SQ5. That
Sounds
one,
right.
yeah, that one is an all-wheel drive, turbocharged. It doesn't say the engine what it has, but it has 362 horsepower and 369 pounds of torque. That's some serious heat, man, for an Audi. It's a nice one. That'd be cool. Number 8, we got the Genesis GV70. That one has a twin turbocharged 3.5 liter V6 with 375 horsepower with 391 pounds of torque. That's a nice one, bro. Genesis, they're like on the come up, dude. They have some nice lineups there. Number 7, we got the BMW X3 M50 X-Drive, which X-Drive is the all-wheel drive. That one has an inline 6 3.0 liter with 393 horsepower and 428 pounds of torque.
That's one of the ones I was talking about, the BM.
Yeah. And here's another one you were talking about. Number 6, the Range Rover Velar.
Yep.
That one has a 3.0 liter inline 6, 395 horsepower, and 405 pounds of torque. That's a Number 5, we got the Porsche Macan GTS. That one is also a 3.0 liter V6. It has twin turbo, 434 horsepower on that one. Doesn't tell me the torque though.
That's my neighbor right here. That's what they have.
He has one of those. Those are nice. I like those.
I don't.
Number 4, one of my favorite SUVs of all time. You're not gonna you probably never seen or never just really paid attention to it, but bro, one of the most luxurious brands. I love this. They're from Sweden. The Volvo XC60, the T8 hybrid. That one.
Those are very popular.
Very popular, and they're super nice, bro. Super comfy. Yeah. That one has a turbocharged 2.0 liter inline 4, but it makes 455 horsepower and has a crazy 523 pounds of torque, bro. That's crazy, right? With a 4-cylinder?
Hey, that's what I mean. That's a lot.
And on top of that, it's a plug-in hybrid, so it has 35 miles on electric power you can go if you're just going around town.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Number 3, we got the Maserati Grecale Trofeo. That's a 3.0 liter V6. It has 523 horsepower and 475 pounds of torque.
That's one I didn't even think of. Yep. Maserati, huh?
Yep.
Interesting.
And I guess they are putting electric in this segment because number 2, we got a 2025 Porsche Macan Electric. And that one is 630 horsepower. That's all it says about that one. But I didn't even know Porsche made a Macan that's electric. That's the first for me to learn.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. But number 1, and you were right about that one, was a Mercedes AMG GLC 63 SE Performance.
Seen them all around.
Yeah, and that one has a turbocharged 2.0 liter inline 4. Aided by a 201 horsepower electric motor, and both the combination of the electric and the engine gives it a whopping 671 horsepower and the crazy 752 pounds of torque. That thing can go from 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds, bro.
I love Mercedes, bro.
That's crazy. That's faster than like Vets, bro.
It's Mercedes. You said AMG.
Crazy, man. That's crazy to me. Anyway, let's move on. That is our Jay Did You Know segment of the day. Shout out to the 158 people watching. And let's get into some MLB scores. You want to do that first?
Yeah, we could do MLB.
Okay,
We
so
could do MLB.
NBA, but we got trending.
Yeah,
We just don't got any scores.
yeah. Well, the playoffs starting. They're on tomorrow, so
Right.
there are actually there's no current games in MLB. It's crazy.
Okay.
Shocking. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's go with Let's see. The Diamondbacks beat the Marlins 6-4. The Pirates beat the Nationals 1-0. The Mariners beat the Reds in extra innings 11-7. Okay, that's a good one right there. Well, Corey Seager plays with the Rangers. Okay. Let's see. The Athletics one. Damn, they've been killing the White Sox. You know that?
It's the White Sox, bro.
I know, but it's like at least they're getting W's. I think you know why? Because they're playing away from their minor league stadium.
Right.
But they beat the White Sox 8-0. The Giants took an L today to the Phillies 6-4. That sucks. The Orioles beat the Guardians 6-2. The Tigers beat the Royals 6-1. The Yankees, they beat the Rays 6-3. One of my trending topics was Ben Rice. He went 4-for-4 for the Yankees.
Well, nice.
They're trying to play him as much as they can until Stanton comes back. You know what I mean? Stanton's one of their big guns. You know what I'm saying? So they got to get this Rice guy going. So
did he hit any home runs, or was it just like hits?
I don't know. It just says 4-for-4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I could see. If I went in the game stats, I'm sure I could tell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know what he. No home runs. No home runs.
Just some hits, huh?
Yeah, and a couple RBIs. So,
gotcha.
Right place, right time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? More like that. Right place, right time. And then we got the Mets. They beat the Cardinals 4-1.
Okay.
And the Rangers, they beat the Angels 5-3. And Corey Seager, he hit his 100th career home run as a member of the Rangers.
Damn. Okay.
Exactly. That's another one of my trending topics. Corey Seager. Plus, I got the W, so that's always nice.
Right.
So. Yeah, but there's no current games. Usually that's fun. That's crazy because usually there's current games at this time, all the West Coast games.
Yeah.
But that's also because we didn't hear Padres or Dodgers. Those are usually the games going on right now. You know what I'm saying? And if the Giants were out here, they would have been playing too. But obviously they were in Philly.
Right.
So yeah. But yeah, those are all the MLB games that happened.
Perfect. And who? Tell us for NBA who is going to be playing on Saturday.
So no, it's tomorrow, Friday.
Oh, Friday. Okay, who's going to be playing?
Yeah, so we'll be it'll be right after our show or right before our show. I'll be reporting it. But we got the Miami Heat playing against the Hawks.
Oh, okay.
That's gonna be a good one, for the A seed.
Yeah.
And then after that is the Mavericks versus the Grizzlies. That's gonna be another good one.
Mavericks Grizzlies. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. The Heat and Hawks one is gonna be real close. I don't know who's gonna be winning that one. I may take ATL just because they're at home.
Okay.
But that could be a tough one.
I got a bet for you.
What?
If you want to take it.
What?
If Celtics are going to play the Cavs, I want to put 20 on Cavs against.
I'll put 50.
I only got 20, bro. I'm not.
I'll put 50. I'll put 50.
Let's do 40, bro. 40. Make it 220s. I don't like those. That extra 10 that I could lose.
That's fine with me.
So we'll do a 40. If Cavs.
Yeah, that's fine.
You want to do a virtual handshake on that one?
Yes, always. That's too easy. That's
too
easy.
That's
too easy.
Against each other.
That's too easy. That's too easy. That's too easy. No more of that.
I don't like when you're so confident, bro, because that makes me nervous.
It's because it's you know.
I like it when you think about it a little bit and you're like, but when you're just like,
No.
oh, that's too easy. let's do 50.
It,
I'm like, shit. Now
it's
I'm.
because it's the like I said, it's back-to-back season.
I know.
The only competition they will face will be in the West, depending on who comes out of the West.
Right.
I don't know who's coming out of the West. It's a gauntlet in the West.
I got you.
That's who, I'm really hoping it's going to be OKC.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they're young.
Yeah.
No experience. That's before the season started, I was like, all right, my Celtics will play the Thunder in the finals. That's what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah.
And, Thunder had a tremendous year.
Right.
Cleveland they were the team who, what? I can't believe they beat out the Celtics for the #1 seed. I was shocked.
Right.
Shout out to that coach there, man. He had Cleveland playing good, but, a couple of their losses came to the Celtics. Remember that. So,
I remember.
yeah, I'm not worried about them one bit. It's the team in the West who comes out. That's who I believe will be the competition. But if it's the Thunder, I'm not worried.
You're gonna think I'm crazy when I tell you this, but I got a feeling. This is just my prediction, but I got a feeling, bro, that the championship game for the finals is gonna be Cleveland against the Lakers, bro. That's my prediction. That's my prediction, bro.
It's like the worst. I don't know why. The Lakers aren't gonna make. You think the Lakers are gonna make it to the finals? You're crazy.
They are, because what's gonna happen is, you know how the whole viewership thing, and now they got Luka Doncic now, the Lakers, my team, dude. What an epic game it would be to have, LeBron back at his hometown playing against Cleveland and then winning it all for the West. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not seeing that.
I'm just saying that this to me is not about it's not about how good you are. It's about just the viewership and what the people want.
Who wants to see Cleveland in the finals? Thank you. Need I say any more?
No,
Cleveland.
It's not about Cleveland in the finals. It's about Lakers playing and beating Cleveland in the finals to show LeBron, respect, and to show like it's his hometown type thing, and he just won. And it's I don't know, man. I had a dream. I could say I had a dream.
Clearly. Yeah, I hope that in the second round I get to see Lakers against the Warriors.
I think that's going to happen too, and I think Lakers will beat the Warriors.
Nah, not at all. They're not better than the Warriors.
We could do a 20 on that one if you want to.
Oh, for sure. I'll take Jimmy Buckets and Steph. Yeah.
Okay.
Steph owns LeBron.
Steph
owns LeBron.
LeBron and Doncic? I don't know, man. LeBron and Doncic are definitely better.
You could take the old man and the young guy who can't play defense. That's perfect with me.
Yeah, but you got to remember, bro. LeBron is on that adrenochrome. He ain't an old man just yet, bro. Okay.
What I'm gonna tell you, I hope if the Lakers could make it to the finals and play the Celtics, oh, bro, I would give you $1,000 right now, please, because it'd be a sweep. I'd bet you 1,000, and I could afford that because when it's time, it'd be easy for me.
No, I understand, but it would.
I'd do 1,000 because it would be. I wouldn't do 1,000 on a sweep because they probably wouldn't allow that, but they'd probably give them one game.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen in the first place because Cleveland's going to take out Celtics.
Yeah, right. Come on, bro. The best team in the league is Boston. You think they're going to take away You think they're going to take away their because they're defending champions, right? They're without a doubt the best team in the league. It's not even close.
Yeah.
And you seem to think they would rather have Cleveland in the finals, which is crazy to me, against the Lakers. The Lakers won't even make it out of the West. I'm praying they make it out the West because if Boston gets to play them, it's a sweep. Like I said, I'm praying that they make it out of the West. They don't have enough. They won't even beat the Warriors. Nobody
wants to see Celtics do a repeat. They want to see something fresh on you for the viewership.
It's not about that. Because Boston's the most popular team anyway. Besides, I'll say the Lakers are popular and the Warriors are very popular. I'd love to see Draymond's prophecy of the Warriors going to the finals.
Yeah.
Because I think if they played the Celtics, it would be payback.
Yeah.
You understand? Remember, they beat the Celtics in the finals 2 years ago.
Right.
You remember?
Yeah.
See, now we're talking epic. Oh, revenge.
Yeah.
I don't think the Warriors have enough to make the finals, obviously.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, I think the Thunder, Clippers, or Nuggets will have something to say about that.
Definitely. Definitely.
But yeah, that's going to be like I said, that'll be the interesting part of who comes out of the West.
And I'll give you this much, bro. If Celtics and Lakers were to have to play each other, I
Over.
definitely think that Celtics would whoop the Lakers because
They would murder the Lake. It wouldn't. It's not even close.
and I totally agree with you on
It's
that.
not even
But
close.
that I do agree with you. But if Cleveland has to play Celtics, I just think that Cleveland will take it because they're a little bit younger and they have more energy to go.
Like I said,
games.
$100 easily. I put $100 on it.
I mean,
It's not even close.
We already shook on 40, so I'll stay with the 40. But
I know, but yeah, like I said, no one in the East, no one's scared. No one's scared.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
It's not even close. I know
this
you.
is just my prediction. I had a dream, and
Yeah, because you love to you believe hype. That's all it is.
We'll see what happens, brother. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't want to put you down. I know you love the Celtics and all. But
It's nothing to put down, bro. It's too easy. You don't understand when you have the best starting lineup in the league, it's not even close. And you have the best bench. There's nothing. And Joe Mazzulla was smart enough to play everyone every other game.
Right.
You guys could rest. You guys could rest. The fact that they rested everyone and they still won 61 games. You see what I mean? Like that's insane.
Are any of the Celtics injured right now or no?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Because he rested everyone.
Yeah.
He let Porzingis chill because remember he had that whole thing and he's like, all right, dude, you relax. Hey, actually, you and Drew take the days off. Okay, hey, Jalen, you take the day off today. Hey, D.Y., Jay Tatum, take the days off. And he rotated everyone all season.
Gotcha.
He didn't care about records. They could have easily beat the Cavs for a record I'm talking about, but he didn't care. Because when it came down to play them, who won? They beat the Cavs a couple times in Cleveland. Too easy. It's not even close.
I know. Well, we'll see. At least
you're putting your money on Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell, bro. He's lost too many times, man. He's on the whole.
He was they got rid of him in Utah.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell, bro. Come on, bro. Stop.
We shall see.
That whole young ass team. Hey, man, big ups. Who do I like on that team? I think it was Darius Garland. I think he's one of the good players I like. But like I said, they're too small. They're too small for the Celtics. They're just Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland having a guard. Jaylen Brown and Jay Tatum. That's the poor team, man. That poor team. And then you got their center. Their center's good. I like their center. Who is it? Jared Allen? Having to guard Porzingis. Oh, man.
They're they have the same kind of frame set. So, I mean, that actually would be a good.
They're all, like I said, they're just smaller. They're all smaller. That's the thing about the Celtics. The only cat that's smaller on the Celtics, and he's like a tank, is Drew Holiday. Yeah. I love Drew Holiday, man, because he's like, they don't even need him to score. He's all defense.
Right.
That's the best part about Drew. He does the things that, people don't want to do.
Yeah.
That's the best part about Drew. That's why when they picked him up from Milwaukee, I was like, man, what a pickup, bro. He used to play. That's Giannis loved playing with Drew.
Yeah.
Because he's like a tank, dude. He's like,
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. But yeah, these are easy bets for me.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
That's why when you said no hesitation, these are easy bets.
I know. Well, we'll see. I mean, at least we got the bet going now, and it'll make it more exciting when we're watching.
Oh, for sure, bro. But yeah, I still think it'll be Celtics Thunder.
How can we get it to where Celtics will be playing the Cavs? Like, how would that situation have to happen for that?
Oh, it should happen. So it would be the Cavs are going to play whoever wins this the Hawks Miami series.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And then if they beat they should beat whoever they play.
Yeah.
But then they'll play the Pacers or the Bucks.
Uh-huh.
And so one of my trending topics is for the Bucks.
Okay.
So Mr. Dame Lillard will be playing in the playoffs.
No way.
Oh yeah. So I think the Bucks beat the Cavs. I think the Bucks will play the Pacers, not a problem, because Dame is playing the playoffs now. So Dame Lillard has made a historic recovery.
Okay.
From his deep vein thrombosis, which is terrible, but
Yeah.
he made a recovery, so he will be playing.
Okay.
He's going to miss game one against the Pacers. They don't really need him. I'd play him as soon as they get back home.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? But he will be playing, and he's going to make a difference, and they will beat the Pacers. And guess who they will play? I'm guessing the Cavs will beat whoever they play, but that's who they will be playing. I
Right.
believe Bucks will take out the Cavs
And
because of experience.
I got you. I got you.
If you put Giannis and Dame there against that Cavs team, I'll take Dame for sure. You know
And,
what I mean?
and what
They
about
need that.
and how are the Celtics like for them to play Cavs? What do they have? Would they have to? Who are they gonna be playing? To like
Oh, so they'll take out the Magic first, and then they'll have to play the winner of the Knicks and Pistons.
oh, okay. So they got it easy then. They got it pretty easy.
That's what I'm telling you here, bro. You know, I would love to see the Bucks against the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
You know, because I love Giannis, I love Dame, but that's unfortunately they're not deep enough to play the Celtics. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that
But
would be a harder match.
I think they beat the Cavs. Why?
Yeah.
Because of Giannis and Dame. They got between Dame and Giannis, they got crazy experience.
No, I understand. I understand.
Yeah. So I think that they beat the Cavs.
And that surprises me that you say that because if you want Celtics to have the easy road, according to you, it sounds like the Cavs would be the easier route than the
It would
Bucks.
be. I like Giannis and Dame, man. You know what I
You
mean?
just want
And
to see that.
yes, I want to see that because
Got you.
like it would be cool games. I don't think they have anything like I said. I don't think that they could beat the Celtics in a series. I don't think anyone could beat the Celtics in a 7-game series. Why? Because you got to beat them 4 times. That's the reason why. To beat a team like the Celtics 4 times, you got to have a squad.
Got
Like,
you.
I mean, your starters got to be excellent, and you got to have a bench.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say that. And yeah, so that's why I say that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm glad that Dame is back. You
Yeah,
know what I
me too.
mean? That's hella cool, man. Because I didn't want him to miss the playoffs. That would have sucked, bro.
For
You know what I'm
everybody
saying?
that doesn't know, Dame Lillard is my favorite NBA player. Like, of,
Yeah.
today, like playing. I got his shoes. I got like 2 pairs of his shoes. I love the guy, man. He's
Bay Area native, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out Dame, dude. He's a great player, bro.
Exactly.
So I'm rooting for him and Giannis, bro. But like I said, I would love to see them play the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. But you know, it's going to be a hard road for them to get there.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that'll be a good one for sure. I'll be rooting for Lillard and the Bucks on that one.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. But yeah, so that's. But we're gonna see. We will see. I believe we will see the Bucks against Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good one too. That's gonna be a good one.
Right.
So, and then my other trending topic in the NBA was Domantas Sabonis. He wants them, since they got rid of De'Aaron Fox, he was really talking about they need a point guard.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously. You know what I mean? But that's why they struggled,
Yeah.
Against the Mavericks. He was like, he was talking about everything, but yeah, he's like, we need a point guard. So obviously he wants to return to Sacramento next year, but he's like, dude, we need a point guard. So he was really, really adamant about it.
Right.
So,
right.
But yeah, that was my other training topic with the NBA.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm excited for the playoffs, man.
No, me too, man. Me too.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, like I said, like I was telling you, the path road is just, it's not like the West.
No, I know.
That's the best part,
Celtics got it easy, man.
I know. So last year they said the same thing, and it was right. They walked through the East, and they're going to do the same thing this year. But like I said, we got to see who comes out of the gauntlet of the West.
Right.
You know what I mean? The best, like I said, I believe the best series in the West is going to be the Nuggets and Clippers.
Yeah.
That's going to be a hell of a series, dude.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I'm still in shock that Phoenix got to like nothing. They couldn't do nothing with what they did. And I think if they did get into like the playoffs, bro, they probably would have like took it a lot further. They probably would have been the West winners.
So that, like you said, this is why I believe things are very different when you talk about like the Cavs and all that experience.
Yeah.
If Phoenix did make it in, just having Book, Durant, and people that could score when it's slow, that's what makes games in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. And they have the
That's what I mean.
experience. They have the
Yeah.
experience, but they just don't know how to
They
play.
couldn't make it. They couldn't make it in. That's the problem. I thought they were going to get that See the Mavericks guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That's just crazy to me, bro, because they're such a talented team and they couldn't make it. Like, that's
exactly.
like, wow.
That's bad showing. Very bad showing.
And that's why their coach got fired too.
Yeah. It's crazy too because but he when he had so he coached Giannis and he won that championship in Milwaukee. And Giannis is a different type of star, bro.
Right.
Giannis doesn't have a big ass ego like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was easier for him to work with Giannis and that squad as opposed to Durant, Book, and Beal. Jesus.
Right.
You know? You got some big egos right there, bro.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, that is our sports news. Shout out to the 163 people watching, and let's get into some of the trending topics we got for you guys today. Number one, I got actually some breaking news for you guys. Jay, I got some really sad news, brother.
What?
There was another freaking mass shooting, man.
Where?
In FSU.
Oh, I heard about that. Florida State. That's right.
Yep.
I did hear about that.
Let me pull this.
I don't know the details, so I get to hear about it now. Damn.
Yeah, exactly. Sad news, man. Like, dude, what is going on in the world, bro? Like, people are just freaking going crazy. But what it says: 2 killed, 5 injured in mass shooting at Florida State University. What do they know so far? 2 men who were not students were killed, and 5 others wounded in a shooting today at Florida State University in Tallahassee. Officers shot the suspected gunman, who is now hospitalized, so it looks like he survived. This is Florida's 6th mass shooting this year.
Damn.
The suspect, authorities identified the suspect as a 20-year-old FSU student and the son of a local sheriff's deputy, and said they found a handgun that used to be his mother's service weapon, and they took him into custody. Law enforcement officials say the campus is now secure and are asking students to stay away from active crime scene areas. All classes and school events are canceled through tomorrow, the school said. That's freaking crazy, man.
Any motive?
Not yet. Because they shot the guy and he's at the hospital, so I don't think they.
Oh, okay. But you said he was a part of law enforcement. His family.
His family, yeah. He was like I think his father was like a sheriff deputy or something.
That's interesting. I wonder what the motive was.
Yeah.
I mean, crazy.
Yeah.
Because it was at Florida State, and he's a student, obviously, right?
Yeah, it says that the suspect, identified as 20-year-old Phoenix Eichner, is still hospitalized with serious but non-life-threatening injuries.
I'm wondering the motive. I need to hear about it.
I know.
I'm curious about it.
That's crazy, though, bro. Yeah. I mean, at this point, dude, there's no excuse for that, no matter what the motive is, like to do something like that. You know what I mean?
Of course not. But I mean, I'm wondering why. I always wonder why.
No, I know. At this point, to me, at least, it's safe to say it's mental health, bro. That's all it could be.
You think?
How screwed up can you be to like want to hurt other people by killing them and taking their lives because something is not going the way you want it to go in life, or maybe who knows, you got bullied or something. But bro,
you think?
Take it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have no idea. But I mean, you think it's mental health?
I mean,
I don't know how. Obviously, I don't know anything about him. I don't know how he grew up, But if he had law enforcement, like I don't know. I could imagine he grew up right. That's what I mean. That's weird. I don't know.
I'm saying he probably grew up right, but I mean, yeah. If his father was like a sheriff deputy, then he might have been really hard on him. Who knows? Who knows?
That's my questions. that's why I want to know.
At the end of the day, no matter how it was, the reason why that happened had to be mental health, no matter what he went through in life.
Yeah.
Because only mental health is going to get you to that point in life where you're like, I'm so mad at myself, or I'm so pissed off at the world that I'm going to go and kill other people. You know what I mean? To justify how I feel. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. I'm one. It doesn't say anything else.
Nah, nothing about it. Nothing yet. Because this is like pretty breaking news. This just happened like a few
Oh,
hours ago.
yeah. I glanced at it, so it was like written.
Yeah.
It was like, but yeah, I didn't get to read anything about it, so I'm like, damn,
But
that's
it
crazy.
says it says that he's the son of a Leon County Sheriff's deputy who serves as a local school resource officer. He is believed to be a current student at FSU.
So he is a current student. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering, man. That's crazy.
It says that the suspect had access to his mother's weapons because she works at the sheriff's office. The handgun that was found on the suspect when he was taken into custody is his mother's old service weapon. A law enforcement official told CNN a shotgun was also found in the student union, and another gun was in the suspect's car.
Stop. Stop.
Um,
Stop.
Also, that's why there's no motive. It says the suspect invoked his right not to speak when he was taken into custody.
Oh, he did. So see, so he's been trained by his parents.
Exactly.
He knows not to speak without a lawyer present. Okay, that's why we don't know anything.
Yep.
His lawyer will be speaking for him for sure. I'm
Yeah,
not. So we'll hear the doctored version when it comes out
yeah.
because his lawyer will be doing all the talking.
Right.
Damn, man, that's crazy.
It is, bro.
So he killed 2 people and
Yeah.
injured 5.
Yeah.
It's
Injured
crazy.
5, killed 2. Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Anyway, that is what it is. RIP to the people that were shot and killed, and hope and prayers to the ones that are recovering, and hopefully it'll be speedy recovery for them. And also prayers to everybody that was affected by that. And that's the 6th mass shooting in Florida this year alone, bro. And this year is we're only 4 months into this year. That's what's the crazy part about
Yeah.
that. Anyway, let's get into some more crazy, but I guess more positive news. Let's get into that James Bond shit with you and your thieves story.
Well, when I hear a story about 20 million stolen without insurance coverage, I think of like you said, like James Bond type stuff, but I also think like Inside Job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so basically in LA, bro, they had a jewelry heist Sunday night downtown, $20 million. These thieves, they accessed the store by drilling through like the adjacent vacant properties wall. So that's what I mean. Unless you've done the research and really like, okay, this is right here, right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because they avoided the alarms.
Right.
You know what I mean? They emptied the store's display cases and safes. You know what I'm saying? So this jewelry store was family owned, obviously, and it didn't have insurance on the stolen items. So the owner basically is offering $100,000 reward for information on, who he thinks this could have been.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'm thinking obviously ex-worker.
Yeah.
Why? You know the layout. You know everything. You know, like, okay, alarms here. Oh, if I drill here, okay, he may have been fired abruptly. It could have been anything. He could have been mad at the owner, right? And
Right.
if you have an ex-employee, who else knows the lay of the land better? It's not going to be someone random. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I mean. This is where I go with motive. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely someone who knows the layout, or it could have been someone, I hate to say inside, but someone who was cool with the owner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like, hey, you know what? We could just, this guy has annoyed me for however long. We could take him for this, and boom, I'll never get caught.
Right.
So I'm curious about this one too. You know what I mean? Obviously, this is like you said, this is not murder or anything, but I'm curious. I'm curious about this story.
Yeah. Well, like you said, I mean, they got away with 20 million worth of jewelry, and
Yeah.
no alarms, nothing, no
Nothing.
footage of them leaving.
So exactly. So this obviously this has been cased for a while.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. This not like it's like, hey, I'm gonna go rob this shit. They've been planning this shit for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whoever it was. So that's why I say it's got to be someone that knows the family, like inside, or it was someone they fired easily.
Yeah. Right.
It's definitely someone they know though. That's without a doubt. It's not even close.
Right.
So that's going to be interesting. I can't wait to hear the follow up about that. Because that's a shit ton of stuff.
But I mean, the fact that they don't have insurance, that just you're a jewelry store and you don't have insurance, like that's fishy,
Yeah.
super fishy.
Right, right. That's very weird. Yeah, I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how much I believe these people what they're saying, because that's way too out of pocket, way too out of pocket.
it really is, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be very interesting to find out more about that. I'm sure I'll hear more about it though.
Right. All right. Well, let's move on to some online news. We got a huge retailer today who also they went offline for a little bit and impacted a lot of people because this retailer does get a lot of people shopping with them. Let me pull that up for you guys. And Jay, as I'm doing this, FYI, I think your movie is not working in the background. So let's get into
Weird.
it. Yeah,
It's weird. It went off. I wonder why it went off.
Yeah, so I'm saying today.
It's very
Remember
weird.
we reported like days ago that there was supposed to, you know what I think it is, bro?
Oh, there it is.
You got DirecTV, right?
Yeah, I do.
So that's satellite,
There we go.
right?
It's because I actually had instead of me putting on an actual movie, this was on TV. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna put it on because I haven't seen this movie in hella long. You'll see. You probably don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
but
you know,
you will.
I got my own theory about this because remember yesterday I reported that like that there was a big outage with like some companies as well.
Yeah.
And then today there's a huge outage with Walmart. So Walmart's online store was down today, and people couldn't like load the pages for like
Oh wow.
online. And now even your DirecTV kind of went out for a little.
That's because I didn't touch.
Remember we reported 2 days.
I didn't touch the thing. So with DirecTV, if you don't, I have it set to where if you don't press anything, it's sleep mode. That's all.
Yeah.
So it went to sleep.
But that's why. But I do think in general, because we reported on this 2 days ago, that there was supposed to be today exactly a solar storm. Remember, you were supposed to see the northern lights as far down as Kentucky.
Yeah,
like, going to be huge. I got
that was today.
A lot of these, yeah.
Oh wow.
We reported on this like 2 days ago, and I got a feeling that this is probably why this affects a lot of these like online retailers and like and because we talked about what was it, Spotify yesterday? Yeah. So Spotify went out. Zoom I think went out. So today Walmart went out, and I think it could be because of the solar storms that are happening. Because whenever something like that is happening, that messes with a lot of the satellite stuff. But
that was crazy.
Yeah, because Spotify and Zoom both were out yesterday. So here it says, now Walmart today was experiencing issues with its online store in the U.S. While it wasn't a complete outage, it did prevent folks from viewing products and checking out on the web and via the retailer's app. During the peak of the outage, which lasted from around 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern time, many people were unable to successfully search for anything, including products or even load shopping category pages. What else does it say? It says that now the Walmart site issues have been resolved, but the retailer hasn't shed light on what caused the issue or acknowledged it publicly. I mean, see, that's why Average Day Joes. That's why we talk about the stuff we talk about, because even though they haven't told you guys, we already know. And we're able to tell you before even these big giant companies who experience these outages, before they even figured out why this might have happened to them, we already know. And that's the beauty of our show.
Well, the advantage too, we could have gone right here. Walmart.com's right here, right?
Exactly.
It's across the street from YouTube.
I think me and you should show up there tomorrow for my birthday with some signs for protesting, and we were like, we want to know.
Right out there. Be like,
yeah, exactly.
Because that's literally right there. Drive by that all the time. Walmart.com.
We should do.
It's funny because Walmart isn't even allowed here.
Exactly.
But we have Walmart.com, the big ass building. That's just crazy.
Headquarters of .com.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. That's hilarious to me.
So hey, you might see a short made by us tomorrow during the daytime. It's going to be us protesting at Walmart headquarters for Walmart.com. And we're
That's
doing it for
funny.
you guys because we know we all love shopping on Walmart.com. So we're going to do this for you guys. Maybe not. It's my birthday, so I don't know if I want to do that for my birthday, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Who knows?
I can't say I shop on Walmart.com. I'm an Amazon head. You know that.
No, I know. I have shopped on Walmart.com when they have really good deals because sometimes they have pretty good exclusive deals. So
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
but because for us in the Bay Area, we're like Walmart is kind of banned. You have to go pretty far out just to go to
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not allowed here.
Yeah,
They're not allowed here at all. There's the closest Walmart to here where we live. Was it Mountain View?
Yeah, Mountain View. Yeah,
that's like what 20, 30 minutes.
20-30 minutes, and then the other one is Hayward. They got one in Hayward too.
Wow, that's hella far.
Yeah, that's far. So
we ain't crossing no bridges over here, bro.
Yeah, we got to pay freaking $8 just to go to a Walmart. Screw that shit.
Exactly, bro. We ain't crossing no bridges.
Amazon for the win.
Always.
All right. Well, let's move on and get into some celebrity stuff, man. What's going on in the celebrity world, Jay?
Well, your boy, one of your favorite artists, bro. He came out with a new release. Kush and Orange Juice 2. Mr. Wiz Khalifa, bro. Scheduled for midnight, April 18th. Obviously, this is for you. It's for you.
So you're
this
saying
your boy.
Wiz Khalifa, the smoker, created a new weed strain for us?
No, mixtape.
Oh, man.
But he's releasing it on your birthday. Oh, okay. Come on, like this is for you. You should be listening to this. I mean, I remember you bumping Wiz when we're in FSU, bro. You love Wiz.
And dude, we were so on top of the game that even the DJ didn't even know what the hell we were talking about.
But that DJ, he should have known some Wiz Khalifa, bro.
And we were at the biggest resort in Havasu. We were at the biggest resort, like asking the DJ to play Wiz Khalifa because that was when he was super hot.
I know.
Dude's like, who? And we're like, Arizona, of course.
But yeah, man, he was discussing it, you know what I mean? And fans are all juiced about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'll be I have a feeling it's gonna be really good, Taylor Gang. Taylor Gang, bro. Shout out Wiz, man. Wiz always got heat. So
but what's funny is the headline says that he admits that Wiz Khalifa admits that he had to smoke an infinite amount of weed just to create this one.
Well, because Wiz has been working out. You know what I mean? He's been doing kind of the opposite thing. When I saw. So obviously, he wanted to get himself back in that, that mode. I get it.
And honestly, that is real because like I stopped smoking too. But if I smoke, then I definitely, especially if I haven't smoked in a long time, I'll get into this like real artistic mode too. And I'll be like, dude, I want to make music again.
Wiz has always made music like that. You know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I like Wiz. He's a good artist, and I'm curious to hear it. You know what I mean?
Definitely. So you said he hasn't out April 18th tomorrow?
Tonight, bro. Midnight.
Tonight. Okay.
He's dropping it literally in 2 hours.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Pretty exciting, bro. Like I said, Wiz got heat.
Hopefully he posts some of that stuff on YouTube so we can hear it,
I don't know what it'll be dropped on, you know what I mean? But I know if I go on Spotify, I'm sure it'll be on there.
So Spotify gets like new releases like that?
Always.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Spotify's pretty good about that. Okay. Or I would check there. I mean, YouTube you could check. I don't know if YouTube will have it, but you'll have to go to one of the what are the mixtape ones? Remember the mixtape one you used to use?
Yeah.
What's it called? I forgot which one.
I forgot too, man. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, but it'll be on that for sure. It'll be on that because that they usually release all mixtapes, but Spotify usually gets all the releases. So
okay.
I'll be able to listen it on there. You know what I mean?
So you going to the gym listening to Wiz Khalifa today or what?
Right. Yeah, that'll be cool. I don't know though, because Wiz obviously sometimes his music is it's more chill.
Yeah, I know.
So today,
Today, maybe you just do a chill day at the gym. You know what I mean? Don't go on a hard. Just go on that Rasta vibe.
Yeah, I don't know about that, bro.
uh,
We don't. Yeah, I don't know if we do that. We listen to it maybe after the gym. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
After the gym, so it could be because obviously Wiz's music, it could be more chill, like I said.
Definitely.
Especially since he was blazing a lot during it.
You know, man.
Wiz, bro. But
He's
yeah, so it'll be a good one, man.
yeah,
I guarantee you it'll be a good one.
exactly, exactly.
For sure, for sure.
All right, let's move on. And I got some update on Luigi Mangione. Do you remember that guy?
Yes, I do.
So he's the guy that killed that CEO of United Healthcare.
Yeah,
And
I
it
remember.
says that he's trending today in the news, and it says that he is indicted on federal charges and killing of that CEO.
Damn, they
So
indicted him?
yeah, they indicted him. So it says he's facing both state and federal charges for the killing of Brian Thompson. Federal prosecutors unsealed charges against Mangione late last year, but he had not yet been indicted on those charges until now. The federal charge of murder through the use of the firearm carries a maximum sentence of death if convicted. Attorney
Yeah.
General Pam Bondini has said that the Department of Justice will seek the death penalty in its case against Mangione. Uh, Mangione has previously pleaded not guilty to New York State charges of murder and terrorism. A spokesperson for Mangione had no comment when reached by CNN Thursday earlier this month after the Justice Department said they would seek the death penalty. Mangione's attorney, Karen Friedman, said that she is preparing to fight these federal charges brought by a lawless Justice Department, as well as the New York State charges and the Pennsylvania charges, and anything else they want to pile up on Luigi. In February, Mangione added an attorney experienced in death penalty cases on his legal team. Mr. Moskowitz has presented more than 50 defendants charged in death penalty eligible cases in New York, according to court filings and Mangione attorneys. Which surprises me because the whole time I'm reading this, I was thinking that New York is a no death penalty state, and so I guess there's special circumstances.
Of
That's
course.
correct,
I would think so.
because that's what it's sounding right. That's what it sounds like, right? Because I could
Yeah, it
assume
does.
there are no death penalty states. So, yeah, that's kind of crazy. That's all pretty much that it says. It says he was indicted by a Manhattan grand jury on 11 counts, including 1 count of murder in the first degree and 2 counts of murder in the second degree, along with other weapons and forgery charges. He faces a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole if convicted on the state charges. The first degree murder charges alleges he killed the executive in the act of terrorism, which is legally defined as an intent to intimidate or coerce the civilian population or a government unit. One of the second degree counts also alleges Mangione committed a murder as a crime of terrorism. And it says the 26-year-old also faces charges in Pennsylvania, where he was arrested after a week-long manhunt.
Damn.
I guess they recovered a ghost gun in Pennsylvania. The police did over there. So, yeah, that's kind of crazy. But I don't know. What do you think, Jay? Do you think he's kind of, because he's like such a kind of like a celebrity figure now, that they're going to give him the death penalty?
I don't know. It depends on his lawyer.
And he
I
denied
don't
the
know.
whole thing from the get-go. Do you think that this could be maybe like a setup that they just needed to get rid of this guy, this CEO of this healthcare place? Like,
I
what
don't
do you
know.
think?
I
Conspiracy.
didn't I didn't do enough research on that. I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I'd have to, in order for me to dig deep into that. I remember hearing the whole thing, remember?
Yeah.
We reported on that. I remember reporting on that. And
Right.
so yeah, no, I'd have to dig deep into it. I don't know.
Maybe I'll do that one for my Monday conspiracy.
You could.
I'll try to
It's not a
see.
bad idea, actually.
Yeah. It'll be good to just see like where the money was going, why he
Exactly.
wanted to take this guy out supposedly, and why somebody else might want to take this healthcare CEO guy out.
That's what I mean. Or if that's what I mean. Why exactly? We got to know the whys.
Yeah, we got to follow the money on this one. That's the only way to do it.
Always. It's the only way to do it, bro.
because we definitely talked about Kobe yesterday, and that was a pretty easy way to follow the money because that was public with the pharmaceutical companies. And then we also did the one with that plane, with the helicopter crash in the Hudson,
Yeah,
with the guy, the Spanish guy who worked. He was the CEO, and that was kind of easy to figure out when we followed the money tracks. So yeah,
always got to follow the money, bro.
exactly.
That's what everything's always about.
No, yeah, definitely, definitely. All right, well, let's move on and let's get into Jay's movie of the day. Shout out to the 167 people watching, by the way. I know it's a
That's
commercial. I was trying to kind of prolong
my
it a little
bad.
bit.
Yeah, no. So this movie's on like it's not on one of the movie channels.
I could tell. This
Yeah,
commercial.
it's not on one of the movie channels, and it's something I didn't put it on personally. That's what I mean. I haven't seen this movie in a minute too. It's a really good one, you
What
know.
we watching? What we watching?
Right now, oh yeah. So it's still on commercial, but I was watching Kill Bill,
Oh, Kill Bill. Okay, that's a good one.
Volume 2 though, Volume 2.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I haven't seen in a while either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's been a minute, but see.
Let,
So
let,
do you,
let me ask you, which
yeah.
Kill Bill is your favorite Kill Bill?
This one.
Yeah.
I like the first one because you got the whole storyline, you know.
Uh-huh.
But this one, more action, more people to kill,
Right.
you know.
Right.
So yeah, obviously, and then she ends up killing Bill,
Right.
and we get the backstory of why,
Yeah, definitely.
you know, from the first one,
Yep.
you know. So I like getting the backstory of it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is why he decided to blow her brains out and kill everyone in there, you know.
Yep.
So yeah, man, I love Kill Bill. It's one of my favorites. One of my favorite movies he made, you know, Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, man.
And speaking of the Black Mamba, I think this is the part.
Is it?
I think so. Isn't this where they pretty much
Oh yeah.
she leaves that Black Mamba in his trailer for him to get.
That's right.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was pretty on point.
that's kind of weird because we reported Black Mamba. Wow. Yeah, that's a trip.
It is a trip. It is.
Yeah, man.
So I know you kind of just said it, but for the people that did
Yeah,
not
yeah,
see
yeah.
the
So
whole,
basically, yeah, Kill Bill is a series 1 and 2, and basically this woman, she's basically an assassin,
uh-huh,
and she's getting married to like her boss, basically, you know. And but as soon as she gets pregnant, she has a whole change and flips her script. And she didn't want to tell him basically that that's why she wanted out. You know what I mean? And so she just kind of went rogue. And then basically he went ballistic ham, shot her in the head, just, you know, killed everyone in the damn place.
uh-huh,
Like, you know, it was in what, El Paso, Texas, I believe.
yeah,
You know, killed everyone at the place. And then but she ended up surviving. And so she was in a coma. And then after her coma, she woke up and she was like in shock, like, you know what I mean? But she had to learn how to get her legs back and everything, walk the whole nine. And then she goes on a hit spree of killing everyone in his camp that, you know, was involved in killing her.
what?
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe you can tell the audience what else happened when she was in a coma.
No, I am not talking. I am not talking about that.
You don't want to be.
If anyone wants to see, they can see what happened because that's part one anyway. This is part two.
Oh, okay. So you don't you weren't like a how can I put this? You weren't a big fan of the Pussy Wagon.
Oh my god, that dude got exactly what he deserved too.
Definitely,
Because man, that's gross, bro.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? And then she bashed his head in with the door.
Right, right.
Like, you know what I mean? She was very resourceful for not having legs at that time.
Yeah, yeah, that's
But
true.
then yeah, I mean, she remembered all her training. You know what I mean? That's why I like part two. You know that's what I mean. Those scenes in part one like that and like just certain things. I'm like, eh. Like this was one of the series I like part two better.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said, more action, more history, more like, all right, like more everything about the kills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, but yeah, so basically she goes on a spree of killing everyone that was involved in, trying to kill her.
Right.
And then she finally, in this one, she finally reaches Bill. And then she has the whole standoff, at the end. And then, yeah, it's just, I'll leave it at that because, man, hell of a movie, hell of a series.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he definitely, these were two of my favorite movies he made for sure. Kill Bill and Volume 2 for sure. But I haven't seen it in a while. And I was like, oh, damn, it's on BBC, and I was like, oh, damn, okay. I got to throw that on. You
Exactly.
know what I mean? I got to throw that on. So, yeah, like,
What do you
definitely.
what do you rate this volume 2, 1 through 10?
This one, 9.9.
Okay.
Volume 1, probably 9 even.
Okay.
This one's
Pretty big drop.
this one yeah, but well, because obviously the series is excellent.
Yeah.
But I think this one is way more superior to the first one because like I said, those certain scenes that you're talking about that I'm like, ugh.
Yeah,
Filth.
definitely.
Straight filth, dude.
That's what makes it such a good movie because that's shit that
Yeah.
most people would not be like expecting.
That's what I'm saying. It's just filth. They're like, oh, bro, who does that? You know what I mean? And whoever wants to watch the series could watch Volume 1 and know exactly what we're talking about.
Which volume was the one where where they go to that like Japanese restaurant and then they like remember they like assassinate, like it goes into like black and white and then they like assassinate all these like people like going after her?
Yeah, that's you're talking about the first one, the Deadly
It's the
88.
first one. Okay.
Yeah, that's the same ones where she has to kill 88 people.
So I would agree with you. I would give it a 9.02 because certain parts of that volume 1 movie,
Yeah,
like that part, like where they made it black and white, I didn't enjoy
exactly.
it. Like,
Well, that's what I mean. That's like she literally has to kill everyone to get to remember it was it Lucy Liu?
yeah, Lucy Liu, yeah.
Yeah. So
Why make it in black and dude? You show all this killing the whole damn movie, and then you're gonna make this one part in black and white. Like, come on, guys.
hey, because
Tarantino.
he learned from the Bruce Lee films.
No, I
He did
understand.
that on purpose. He did it on purpose.
It's a different age, brother. We need
No,
color
but
in our lives,
with these films he brought it back. That's why he has the little chapter 8, blah 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 blah. Like the way he made it, he wanted it like that, like the Bruce Lee type films.
People this day and age like to see the spectrums of the rainbow, bro.
Oh, no, okay, but this was 2004.
It's still pretty new.
Nah, that's 21 years ago, bro.
No,
and this is part 2. Part 1 was even earlier than that.
Yeah, but we're talking Bruce Lee movies from like 70s like type shit.
Yeah, the 70s. That's my point. Obviously, Tarantino's an older cat.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, you know what? Early 2000s, I'm going to bring back the late 70s with these right here.
I know.
And he did. That's why it was a game changer.
And that's why we're giving it a 9.0 on the volume 1.
Yeah, that's why this is volume 2. If volume 1 was on, I probably wouldn't have put it on.
Yeah.
Because I like volume 2 way better.
Exactly.
You see, you just got bit by the black mamba.
There's a black mamba right there.
I know.
What is her name? Is it because that's her trait, right? Is like something like that where she does that for her kills.
Who? Which one?
The chick that just this one. Her.
No, that's Elle.
Yeah, she's the one that set that all up to put the black mamba in the suitcase when you open it.
Yeah, but that's not her code name. So the mamba is Uma Thurman.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah, she's the code name Black Mamba.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But yeah, so hell of a movie, bro. Hell of a movie. One of my favorites for sure.
So should we do Uma Thurman for our movies section?
Yeah, she has hella movies. Why not? We haven't done that one.
Might as well.
Yeah, Uma Thurman got hella movies. She's a great actress too. Great actress.
So Uma Thurman, what is your favorite movie by Uma Thurman?
That's a tough one. No, it really is. She has hella movies. I'm gonna have to be cliche, and I'm going with this.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite ones she was in. That's why she's in hella movies I like, but she was really the focal point of this.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Because of the whole, it was all surrounded around her, and she definitely got her revenge, dude.
Definitely.
And she was the main character in both, obviously.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this has got to be my favorite Uma Thurman one.
Got you.
For sure.
What is an underrated movie of hers that you liked?
Underrated, I'm gonna go. I don't think you've seen this one, but I'm gonna go Jennifer 8.
No, I never seen that one.
Oh, it's a hell of a movie. She plays she actually has a big role in that too. I'll say underrated because she's basically blind and she's a witness to a murder. You see how crazy that sounds?
Yeah.
So she's blind, but she's a witness to a murder, and they're trying to solve the damn murder because she was the only one there.
Okay.
Crazy, right? Crazy, right?
Very
so
crazy.
that's what, yeah. That,
right now, as you're saying it.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So but she has the hearing capability. She just couldn't see anything.
Gotcha.
So she's trying to put it together with some detectives, but there's a lot of plot and twists with this. I'm not gonna give it away, but it's crazy. It's a great movie, bro. But it's a little older. It's from the '90s.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, I was like, damn. That was one of the Uma Thurman ones, like before, obviously, the Pulp Fictions and this and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I'll go Jennifer 8. I didn't think you heard of that. So it's a really good one though, if you ever wanted to check out, because like I said, she's it's a trip how they put together everything.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So for me, my favorite movie of hers, you're gonna know what I'm gonna say, is gonna be Pulp Fiction.
I already know. I already knew that was coming.
Pulp Fiction. She's just she's just so bad in that movie, bro. Like everything about her, like in that movie. That movie really made me like fall in love with her. I was like, damn, okay. She's just
you funny, bro.
She's a baddie, but her way of acting, just everything about her. I was like, and the way.
Well, I know you've always loved that movie. I love that movie too, but I know you love that movie more for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
This more up my alley, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. But I would definitely go between Pulp Fiction and Kill Bill Part 2, like you said, because those two. They're both super on point, and
without a doubt.
But she's more of the main character in Kill Bill, so you could definitely vouch for it, As far as underrated for me, I got two. I'm gonna say one that I know you probably heard of, but it's super cool and I love it. And I'm gonna say one that's another really good one, but you probably never heard of it. Okay.
Which one?
So the one that you heard of that I just loved her in, that I can say is underrated just because it's been since 2006 when it was made, and that is My Super Ex-Girlfriend.
I haven't seen it, but I have heard of it.
You heard of it, right? Okay, so that's
I haven't seen it though. Definitely haven't seen it.
And that's a very funny one, bro. Like it literally reminds me of my ex-wife. Like it's a really funny movie.
The second time you brought that up this week. That's hella funny.
Yep.
It's so random.
And Alyssa in the house, she says the truth about cats and dogs. That is her pick for Uma Thurman movies.
Truth about cats. Well, I don't know that one. Yeah, the truth about cats and dogs.
Yeah, I heard of
Uma Thurman.
I think so. I never heard of it, but
I don't know that one, dude.
I've never seen it, but I heard of it.
I don't even know that one. The truth about cats and dogs. I don't know that one.
That was a 96 flick of hers.
96?
Yep.
I actually don't know that one.
Yeah, that was when she hosts a popular radio show about pets, and then some guy, Brian, calls in to ask about his quirky Great Dane, and the two surprisingly hit it off. Brian pushes for a date, and who is shy and a bit insecure, so she talks her ditzy neighbor, Uma Thurman, into taking her place, while the confused and oblivious Brian tries to figure out why his date is so different from the host he spoke to. Abby must work up the nerve to confess.
It's clearly up. It's clearly up Alyssa's alley. No wonder she knows about it.
Hey, but you want to know? There's two actors in that flick that you'll be surprised they're in that flick.
Oh no, I'm not saying anything about just hearing the plot of the story. I can see why she chose that movie.
That's definitely a chick flick.
Thank you. I didn't want to have to say it, but yeah, there you go. Clearly.
Alyssa wrote, "Not up Jay's alley," with laughing emojis.
I'm more into the the whole Kill Bill stuff, like. Sure. Deadly Fiber Assassins. You know what I'm saying? Like,
If I tell you these two actors that are in it, that might change your mind.
who's in it? I'm
Jamie
curious.
Foxx.
Who?
Jamie Foxx.
Okay, Jay Fox. All right.
And Bob Odenkirk from
Oh,
Better Call Saul.
wow. Yeah, I'm sure it's a good film. I just like I said, I haven't even heard of it. So
Definitely. And the other one I was going to tell you that I thought you might not have heard of, because I know you heard of my super
yeah.
ex-girlfriend. But the other one that I thought was really good that you probably maybe you did hear of it because it was pretty popular. But that one is Burnt.
Burnt?
Yeah.
No.
You never seen Burnt?
No.
Oh, okay, that's a great movie, and that the main character of that one is Bradley Cooper.
Oh, he's a good actor.
That's what I'm saying. So that one is about Bradley Cooper, who was once the top chef in Paris. Into drugs and alcohol led to a meltdown that put his career on hold. After moving from New Orleans to London, Adam gets a shot at redemption when his former maltray reluctantly hires him as the head chef of a fine dining restaurant, demanding perfection from his newly formed staff. The acerbic and temperamental Jones gets a second chance to fulfill his dream of earning a third Michelin star. And I think you would like that one because we do our Chef with Jeff, and you're a chef, you know.
Of course.
So I think you would have liked that one too. She doesn't have a huge. I don't think she has like a huge part in that one. It's more of a Bradley Cooper movie, but just
okay.
You know what I mean?
So it's basically his film.
It's his film, yeah.
Okay.
But that's definitely a good one because I know you love cooking stuff and stuff.
I love cooking, man. So it's cool to learn new things always.
Yeah. And after Alyssa put not up Jay's alley, she also put laughing emojis with hush love.
Oh my god. That's hella funny.
Any other notable movies of hers that we didn't mention?
Yeah, I'd say Batman and Robin, because she's Poison Ivy in that. Remember that? Yeah, she was Poison Ivy in that, and maybe Paycheck with Ben Affleck. Yeah, those were solid.
Have you ever seen her with Samuel L. Jackson in The Kill Room?
No.
I've never seen that movie too. I heard of it, but that one I guess was cool.
Oh, yeah, you could go Be Cool as well.
Be Cool, yeah.
That's a solid film. Yeah, that's a solid one.
She was also in the Avengers in '98.
Oh yeah. Damn, I don't remember that. That's crazy.
And she was also in, I don't know if you've seen this one with Robert De Niro, The War with Grandpa.
No.
Where Robert De Niro is a grandpa. It was kind of like it was like a stupid funny movie. Like I don't recommend it, but if it's on TV, why not type thing. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I get it. Yeah.
She was also in the famous flick Les Miserables.
It's French. I said it's French.
French, yeah, so I can't say it.
Yes.
And there was like there was a movie she was in that was like a paradox of all the like other movies, and it was called Movie 43. I don't know if you've seen that one, but that was kind of cool. I actually enjoyed that. But it was like
no, I don't
it's
know
like
that
a stupid comedy. It's like stupid funny comedy again.
Got it.
Yeah, so but that one was kind of I enjoyed it when I saw it, you know. And then like Alyssa said, the truth about cats and dogs.
Got it. So
we got all those. All right. Well, that is our movie of the day. Shout out to the 168 people watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share while we got some blood in the background that we're watching right now.
It's a good dude. This fight, this was iconic. So she was fighting, the girl L, the one that dropped the black mamba.
Yep.
And do you remember this? Have you seen this?
She like pokes out her other eye after her
exactly. You know why she did, right?
Yeah.
Because so L, the one she's fighting, killed her master who taught her.
Yep.
Yeah, and she poisoned him with the fish eggs.
Yeah.
Because that was he only ate fish eggs and rice. Right. Yes, white rice at that. Remember that. Yeah. So that's all he ate: white rice and fish eggs, and she poisoned him. So that's how he died.
Exactly.
But remember, also her master taught her the 5-point palm exploding thing that killed Bill.
Which that happens at the end. That's why
exactly
the movie Kill Bill.
Exactly. So, but when I first saw that, I thought they were gonna sword fight, and then I was like, "Damn, she went hardcore by pulling her other eye out, bro." I was like, "Bro," and then remember how they showed it? They she threw it on the floor and stepped on it.
No, I
I
know.
was like, and she had a bare feet.
Yep, yep.
I was like, bro, this is that's what I mean. Tarantino on another level, bro.
Right. Hey, but
Like, because I was preparing for this sword fight right here. I was like, bro, hell yeah. And then she went, bah. I was like, bro, dude, you can't get more like that. You want to talk about torture, bro? That's got to be the worst.
oh, for sure, for
But
sure.
especially because you only had one left.
Yep, yep.
Like, you can't replace that.
I know. I know.
Like, man, you want to talk about just, man, I'm like, dude, man, one of my favorite scenes here, bro, because that's just ruthless.
I know it was.
You know what I mean?
And yeah, if the master wouldn't have died from
Right there.
yeah, if the master wouldn't have died from L poisoning him, he would have surely died from all the arsenic he was eating with that everyday rice anyway. So
Yeah, right. He was like 100 years old, and he was hella old, bro, and he was still kicking everyone's ass.
I know he was a bad, but he was super mean to them. I mean, he had to be.
Yeah, but that's how you train.
I know, but I just
remember that staircase you had to walk up with the waters? Oh my God, back and forth.
I know, that was terrible.
Your hand belongs to me now. Remember the 1 inch punch? Like, bro, man, that training was just, there's levels to this movie, man. That's why I like part 2.
I already know, brother.
Oh man, I was so prepared when I first saw this. I was like, damn, they're gonna fight with the swords. Boom. Nope. I'm gonna leave her there. Ruthless, bro. Now she can't even see. Oh man, I was done, bro.
Definitely a great
I
movie.
was like, damn, man. Talk about just torturing your enemy, bro.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Without even killing.
I know.
Bro, like you just can't get more like, man. I'm telling you.
Yep. All right. Well, that is our movie of the day. Let's move on into some crypto news for you guys. Let's see what's going on in the crypto world. Shout out to the 176 people watching. Let's see. We got Bitcoin today sitting at 84,561. It is up 0.30%. Ethereum, your largest altcoin, it is at 1,575. It is down 1.26%. Your fear and greed index, like I said yesterday, we're going up in the world. They went from like 29 to 32. We're still in the orange tier, but we're getting right back into that neutral yellow tier where people are, if you haven't invested yet, you still have a little bit of time, but once it starts getting into neutral, you're pretty much, that's where all your retail starts kind of getting in.
Showed it.
And you're starting to get a little bit less of the, of like making the kind of money you could have made when you're still investing in the fear tier. As far as your crypto market cap as a whole, it's sitting at 2.67 trillion. It's up 0.52% over the last 24 hours. Your top 5 trending coins. Number 1, we got IQ. That one is up 8.5%. Number 2, one I haven't seen in a while, we got Render. Render is up 5.57%. Number 3, we got Big Time. Big Time is up 22%. Number 4, we got Tau. Tau is up 11.8%. At number 5, we have ZBCN. That one is up 8.28%. As far as your top 5 gainers, we got number 1, BSC Layer. That one is up 504%. Number 2, we got BOEM AI, or the acronym is BOEM, BOME. That one is up 502%. Number 3, we got Maya Preferred PRA. That one is up 483%. Number 4, we got Trump with Hat, or just Trump. That one is up 475%. And number 5, we got Pepe, which the acronym is Trump, and that one is up 466%. Let me go down the list of our top 100 and see if there's any notable mentions. Number 8, GameStop coin, GME. That one is up 408%. Number 12, we got MAGA, and then the acronym is People. That one is up 409%. Number 13, we got Grok, and Grok is up 370%. Number 17, Musket, MUSKIT. That one is up 247%. Let me see anything else we got going on here for the people. Legends of Elysium, number 35. That one is up 55%. If you're into Brazil's soccer team, we got number 36, Brazil National Football Team Fan Token, or BFT. That one is up 58%. Number 48, we got Goofy. That one is up 41%. Silly Dragon, number 54. That one is up 38%. And the only reason I mentioned it is because I'm watching currently Game of Thrones when I'm off. And I'm at the part where she just had the eggs hatch and she is walking around with baby dragons. I'm sure you know all about that, Jay. Let's see. Number 59, we got deer seized by U.S. government, and the acronym is BABY. That one is up 32%. And let's see what else we got for you. Number 62, kind of a funny one. We got Fat Fella or Fat. That one is up 32%. And let's see. I think that's all the notable mentions for our top 100 for the day. Yep, that is it for us for crypto. And yeah, that was our top 100 gainers, but I always like to do the top 5 and I'll mention some funny ones for the top 100. And let's move on into tomorrow's weather for you guys. I definitely like to report the weather. We all know we do travel, so I like to always give you the average day highs for each day. So this is for April 18th, and starting with let me pull this map up. Starting with your coldest spot for tomorrow, it looks like it's going to be Minute, North Dakota. It's going to be only 44 degrees and cloudy. And as far as your hottest spot for tomorrow, it looks like it's going to be San Antonio, Texas. It's going to be 91 and partly cloudy. Going from west coast to east, starting with San Francisco, where we're at, it's going to be 63 and partly cloudy. LA, San Diego, you guys are going to be partly cloudy at 64. Seattle, you guys are going to be warmer than both the California spots, 71 and partly cloudy. Then we got Boise, Idaho is going to be sunny at 60 degrees. We got Salt Lake City. It's going to be snowing at 50 degrees tomorrow. That's crazy. Snowing and 50 degrees. Huh. That's pretty crazy.
It's impossible.
I know that's and it says it's going to be snowing.
That's impossible.
It's going to be really wet snow if that's the case. It is a little bit elevated over there, but yeah, I don't know how that's going to happen.
That's not possible.
We might have to call our boy and ask him, like, yo, did it snow out there? Is it really 50 degrees? Like that?
Well, they probably meant it's going to snow during the night, and then it'll be 50 during the day.
I don't know, because it's your average day highs, so that's for the daytime only. I'm only reporting daytime highs right now.
Oh.
So I got a feeling, because Salt Lake City has places that are much more elevated. I got a feeling like the main part of Salt Lake City is going to be 50 degrees without the snow, but I think around the mountain area it's going to be colder and more snowy. It's going to snow there, That's kind of what I'm thinking. Las Vegas, partly cloudy and 69, and Phoenix, you guys are going to be partly cloudy, 74. Billings, Montana, you guys are going to be partly cloudy at 47. Denver, you guys are also going to be snowing, but it's going to be a lot more convincing, because you guys will only be at 33 degrees tomorrow as your average day high. Albuquerque, you guys are going to be partly cloudy at 66. And then we got Kansas City. You guys are going to be at cloudy conditions with 70 degrees. Oklahoma City, you guys are going to be cloudy at 72. Dallas, you guys are going to be partly cloudy at 84. Houston, you guys are going to be at 87 and partly cloudy. Minneapolis, you guys are going to be cloudy at 54. Chicago, you guys are in a nice little warm trend, and you guys are going to be partly cloudy at 76. Detroit, you guys are going to be partly cloudy at 74. Cincinnati, you guys are going to be windy at 81. And St. Louis, you guys are going to be cloudy at 82. Memphis, you guys are going to be partly cloudy at 84. New Orleans, partly cloudy, 84 as well. Miami, you guys are going to be partly cloudy at 81. Tampa, you guys are going to be sunny at 90. And Jacksonville, you guys are going to be partly cloudy at 84 degrees. Atlanta, you guys are going to be partly cloudy at 86. Charlotte, you guys are going to be sunny at 84. Washington, D.C., you guys are going to be partly cloudy at 81 degrees. Buffalo, New York, you guys are going to be cloudy at 65. New York City, you guys are going to be partly cloudy at 67. Last but not least, we got partly cloudy conditions in Boston, and it's going to be 67. And that is your average day highs for April 18th. That is our weather for tomorrow. And let's move on. So Jay, I was just telling the people when you left for that moment that I gave a little background that I'm watching the Game of Thrones, and I'm at the part where Khaleesi hatched the dragon eggs, and she's walking around the desert right now, looking for a place for her people to settle down with some baby dragons on her shoulder. You know,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool, man. That was a pretty cool scene when I seen that.
of course.
Um, yeah, and yeah, just it's pretty crazy what's starting to happen now. The stuff that I'm watching, but
Oh, you got a lot to go, bro.
I know, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm also at that part where the one dude is basically saying that he is the rightful king, and they're trying to gain enough people to take that child guy out, the child king.
Yes,
You remember that part, right?
of course.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm just at that part right
You
now.
you talking about Stannis?
Stannis, yeah. So they're trying to take him out.
Yes, Stannis Baratheon.
Yep.
Yes, take out that little Joffrey.
Yeah, take out Joffrey.
Oh, you
Joffrey
have no
saw
idea.
him, bro.
There's so much. There's so much that you will see that just like I said,
I know.
too much to talk
Every time
about.
I tell you where I'm at, you're like,
I know
you
exactly
didn't
where
see
you're.
nothing yet.
You have so much to go.
I
Yeah,
know.
right now, yeah, she has the baby dragons with her. Yeah, she's about to go to Karth. You will see.
Okay. Okay.
That's where she ends up settling. Karth.
Cough. Okay. Okay.
Yes, the island of Karth.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's move on.
Sorry, I said the island, the city of Karth.
Oh, the city. Okay.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
you.
So it's yeah, because they're she's gonna be stuck in the desert for a minute.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, let's move on. Today's conspiracy of the day. I got a good one for you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. I am totally sorry. I forgot to do the horoscopes. I know everybody wants to hear the horoscopes. My bad. I'm jumping ahead of the game. Shout out to the 175 people watching. Let us give you your guys' horoscopes for tomorrow, April 18th, which is also my birthday. And we always start off with the first house of the Zodiac, which is also my sign, Aries. So let's get on with it. And Aries, tomorrow, the day ahead requests you to pace yourself because other individuals move at speeds different from yours, which is perfectly acceptable. Patience emerges as your inner strength, which enables you to reply rather than immediately respond. You should allow others to progress naturally as you maintain an atmosphere of kindness. Real strength possesses the ability to recognize proper moments for patience, even though your power remains strong. Uh oh, that sounds like me and my wife are going to get into it tomorrow. Anyway, moving on. Taurus, the day ahead tomorrow grants you authorization to discard some portions of the past. You have handled this weight with great strength, yet you no longer need to bear every lesson that life has taught you. Release the cumbersome burdens so your spirit can retain only the elements that truly benefit it. The process of reducing your emotional weight does not require you to forget because it requires enough self respect to free yourself for the future. Gemini, when relationships or connections seem unclear tomorrow, you should avoid seeking answers from outside sources because the answers lie within you. Your heart needs you to direct your attention inward to discover its present needs. The silent state of being contains a better understanding than spoken dialogue does. Your knowledge exceeds your current perception if you trust your inner voice. Your inner guidance points you straight to the genuine truth. Cancer, the day ahead tomorrow asks you to maintain a solid position within your authentic self. Your consistent support of others has reached its peak, so it is time for you to invest the same care in yourself through a genuine self care approach. Delaying action requires neither approval nor acknowledgement. You must confront your inner strength, which has always dwelled within you, even though it seems foreign to you. You have the ability to love yourself at the same level you love other people. Then we got Leo, which is also Jay's sign. You will discover tomorrow that a previous source of your inferiority now lacks the power to affect you. This experience now serves as a source of power which can make you feel energized. You have grown in subtle ways that now affect your overall posture. The thing that once seemed weak now presents itself as wise and understanding. The person you were yesterday no longer exists, and that transformation makes you beautiful. Embrace this shift. The strength that you possess stems from rising above your past instead of avoiding it. Then we got Virgo. The forthcoming day serves as a silent testament to the fact that your value exists without need for explanation or earning, since it already exists. You have wasted too much time measuring your worth against what others expect from you. Let that go. You possess enough value because you exist exactly as you truly are. Your decisions need to demonstrate this awareness of your value. Select the actions that bring you up and show respect for your time and energy. By making yourself your top priority, all other aspects of your life will automatically settle into place easily. Then we got Libra. The energy from others will exhaust you tomorrow. The need to remain in draining social situations from politeness reasons does not exist. You possess the right to step away from others and find your balance through breathing and self care. Maintaining constant attention to every relationship is neither necessary nor beneficial. Your body, along with your spirit, will signal when you must withdraw from situations. Peace reveals itself in periods of serenity, and the approaching day promises you this serene experience. Scorpio, the upcoming day provides you with an opportunity to transform your creative vision into a practical reality. Let your idea evolve through any form of initial drafting or initial steps, even when those steps are basic or incomplete. The project requires no perfection to begin, but only the first step. Your feelings of inspiration are not accidental, but serve as clear signs from your inner self. The path of movement along this energy pathway leads you to welcome fresh life energy into your existence. Sagittarius, direct your attention to the direction of your energy flow during the next day. The chaos of others should not become your personal responsibility to resolve. Your vibrant spirit needs to stay free from negative energies which belong to others. Your peace deserves absolute protection since it carries a sacred value. Your ability to care remains intact even if you stay unnoticed. You should step back whenever needed because staying firm for yourself represents wisdom rather than selfishness. Capricorn, the future might show you that your work remains unseen, but this illusion should not deceive you. Individual acts of discipline during quiet times remain genuine even if others fail to observe them. Your meaningful work advances steadily through each step you take. The silent work you perform carries meaning that you must trust. Move forward with silent determination because the outcomes you create will become apparent even though they remain unheard. Aquarius, the day ahead functions as a gateway that leads toward opportunities extended fully open. Allow yourself to explore the vast dreams which you tend to hide away. They appear distant or unreachable, but their worth is substantial enough to spend your thoughts upon them. Your future becomes more vibrant and meaningful through the current planting of seeds that will bear ideas later on. Your vision should not limit itself because safety feels comfortable. Your heart should guide you through the free exploration of life. Last but not least, we got Pisces. The caring nature of your heart will face multiple choices tomorrow, but prioritize your own requirements above all else. Your ability to support others is exceptional, but you need to replenish your energy because emptiness prevents you from shining your light. Let yourself rest without guilt. Take a breath while pausing, then replenish your energy stores. Taking care of your own needs is not self indulgent since it allows you to maintain your inner sight. All right, guys. Well, like I said, that is our horoscope for tomorrow, April 18th. We do that for you so we can kind of help to guide you guys along your way every day. Shout out to the 180 people, and let's get into the juice with our conspiracy of the day. Jay, did you hear about this? This has been like in the news recently about the Blue Origin Enigma. Have you heard about that?
You talking about all the women they sent?
Exactly. In that
Yeah.
rocket that went to like the edge of the Earth.
Oh, how they faked it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I
So, do
saw it.
you think that that's fake, or do you think that they
Yeah.
actually did?
Well, because I didn't at first until I saw the landing
Exactly. Exactly.
because of the door.
Yep. Yep.
Dude, like I mean, Bezos is come on, man. You got I respect Bezos because I'm an Amazon head, right? But come
Yeah.
on, dog. Like, I mean, everyone knows that's fake. Everybody.
All right.
It was crazy. You got to get into this because if I hope you realize that too.
Well, I mean, I am getting into this because I'm doing a conspiracy about it. So definitely.
Exactly. You better get into it because so I almost brought that up earlier. It's crazy you're bringing it up because like I almost brought it up but I didn't.
Right.
Lucky I didn't because you're doing a whole conspiracy on it.
Exactly. Exactly. So, for all of you that don't know, on April 16th, 2025, Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket carried 6 female passengers, including Katy Perry and Gail King, on an 11-minute journey to the edge of space. Despite live streamed footage and widespread media coverage, skeptics have raised questions about the authenticity of the mission. Uh, Blue Origin's mission was a milestone marking the first all-female crewed suborbital flight. The New Shepard rocket launched from West Texas, reaching an altitude of over 100 kilometers before safely returning to Earth. The event was broadcast live, showcasing the passengers experiencing weightlessness and viewing the curvature of the Earth. Right when they said curvature of the Earth, I already knew something was up because the Earth does not have any curvature. But anyway, that is neither here nor there. Shortly after the flight, social media platforms, particularly X, buzzed with conspiracy theories. Some users pointed to perceived anomalies in the footage, such as the capsule's hatch appearing to open from the inside before Jeff Bezos officially opened it post landing. Others questioned the short duration of the flight, suggesting it was insufficient for a genuine space experience. So, uh, the experts, they have addressed these claims. Of course, they have, explaining that the capsule's hatch is designed to be operable from both inside and outside for safety reasons. The brief duration aligns with the mission's suborbitable nature, which involves a quick ascent and descent without orbiting the Earth. NASA and aerospace professionals have affirmed the mission's legitimacy, emphasizing the transparency and documentation provided. And of course, all this can be said and done. And of course, we all know NASA and their freaking all their backyard footage of their NASA expeditions, into space with swimming pools. So how true can that really be, right? Anyway, the rapid spread of these theories highlights the influence of social media in shaping public perception. Platforms like X can amplify skepticism, especially when users share content without verification. This phenomenon underscores the importance of media literacy and critical thinking in the digital age. And that's what they want you guys to think. That's why I'm telling you guys. Uh, but the skepticism surrounding the Blue Origin flight may also stem from broader distrust in institutions that technological investments. As private companies like Blue Origin venture into space exploration, some individuals question their motives and transparency. This environment can foster conspiracy theories, particularly when events deviate from public expectations. So, while it's natural to question and seek understanding, it's crucial to base our conclusions on credible evidence and expert analysis. And that evidence is that, yeah, they opened the door from the inside. The freaking flight was very short, which, if you want to get to the edge of space, is going to take much longer than that, not an 11-minute flight. And supposedly there's still some gravity when you're going to the edge of space. You're not in space yet, so for them to be weightless, that's also kind of a heads up. Yeah, I mean, shout out to what they're trying to do. I definitely understand they're trying to do like the first all-female mission going to the edge of space or to the edge of the of the solar of the planet. But the facts are the facts, and we average day Joes were much smarter than they try to give it to us. So I'm super happy that a lot of these people were able to catch these anomalies that did happen while this was going on. So shout out to all of you guys for doing your own research and questioning everything, because yeah, this is all done always to kind of make us feel good and make something else kind of like disappear. All these other headlines that have been going on recently, some serious ones, hence not. But yeah, guys, shout out to you guys. I'm giving that shout out to the public on this one, man, to see all these things. And Jay, did you see when Jeff Bezos was all excited, like he was gonna go open up the craft, and he like fell in the dirt?
Yep.
That shit was hella funny, bro.
Like he fell. Like I mean, I was like, his girl was one of the ones in there too. You know that, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like he fell, and then yeah, then they opened it from the inside, and then it opened, and I was like, bro, this is like a disaster.
Fail.
Like, what are
Well,
you doing, dog? Like, and like I said, it's all publicity, and like, like it's just funny because obviously, if you're going up that far in space, you ain't gonna be able to breathe, and you have nothing on. It's cool. No kind of suits, no nothing. There's no damage on the craft. Well, if you saw the takeoff of the actual rocket, all CGI, it was hilarious. I was like, dude, come on, dog. You are a multi-hundred billionaire, and this is what you come up with? Come on, man. Like, I respect Bezos, but man, what are you doing? Like, that was the worst I've ever seen. Like Elon probably laughing his ass off, bro. Elon's like, this is my competition.
exactly.
Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, that's all staged, all publicity, and like that was probably the worst thing I've ever seen. And yes, I'll still support Amazon because it's so convenient. Like, no, because like I support Amazon, dude. I have Amazon orders multiple times a week, bro. Same day delivery, same. But come on, man, that was without a doubt the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, I respect Bezos more than that, but God, that was horrid.
Right.
It was the funniest thing I've ever seen, dude. Like, like really, like movies portray everything better than that.
It's
like that was the worst thing I've ever seen, dude. Like it was so bad.
Yeah.
So fake. God, it was the worst.
Right. So, like you're saying, it's for publicity, right?
Of course, it's for, but not just publicity. Just like trying to get money up, trying to just like, oh my God, like you said, the first all girls crew. Wow, you know what I mean? And like it was just crazy to me. Like, make it more realistic, please.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the public, we're not stupid. Make it make sense. Like, put a little more work into it. Make this like at least somewhat realistic.
Exactly.
Like, bro, that was worst showing I've ever seen. Like, dude, God, man, it was so bad. Like I said, man, I was gonna report on it. I was like, I don't even want to report on it. It was that bad. It was that bad. I was like, I ain't even gonna say nothing, because this was it was top news because of Katy Perry. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
With her, if you saw her little symbol, did you see it on the jacket?
Yeah.
The Baphomet symbol. Yeah, I'm cool off all that stuff, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm cool. But I didn't want to give it any light of day, but I'm glad you reported it.
And not only am I reporting it, but I actually want to share the video. It's only 34 seconds long.
Oh, God. Do it, man. Do it. We went all the way there. Oh my God, so ridiculous.
So this is upon the return. What happened? I want to show you the blunder.
Oh, you're gonna show that part, not the takeoff.
Let's check it out real quick, guys. So this is
God.
on the return of the flight.
Her mouth, but really her heart.
And is that Jeff Bezos out there right by the capsule? Kind of hard to see.
So this is where the fill comes in. If you guys don't know, so literally, like, watch this again. They opened it right here, at the very beginning of the thing, and this is like they totally screwed this up because they were trying to show like, oh my god. But look, the door opens, and then afterwards they try to say that, oh, Jeff Bezos has to open it with some special kind of tool. But look how
you're not supposed to be able to open it from the inside.
Exactly.
This is so it's supposed to be sealed because you're going into space.
Exactly.
That's what I mean. You're not supposed to be able to open it from the inside.
Exactly.
Hence why that's hilarious. Also, it's perfectly clean. There's no burn marks, no nothing. Yeah. Just, oh man, I'm like, bro, stop.
So in case you guys missed it, shout out to the 189 people watching. We're going to show you one more time. Check out how the door opens before the door is supposed to open. Check this
literally,
out.
Literally, bro. Oh god, the worst.
Check this out, guys.
Who does this?
Her mouth, but really her heart.
And is that Jeff Bezos out there right by the capsule? Kind of hard to see.
Jeff Bezos like, shit, what is going on right now?
Well, the person there was like, hey, close it.
Yeah, exactly. The media's out here. We need to close. Look, he closed it, so they close it.
Exactly, bro. I mean, come on, bro. Like, and then like, oh man, it was the worst thing I've. If you actually see from the beginning to that, oh man, it was so bad.
That's terrible.
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, it really was, man.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah, man.
It is what it is.
Ridiculous stuff, though, bro.
Definitely. All right. Well, that's pretty much it for us. We did a pretty long show today, and yeah, shout out to the 189 people watching. When we have this many people watching, we're gonna let you guys know a little bit more than usual, so we can help you guys out to like show you some of this ridiculousness, because there's a show ridiculousness, and Jeff Bezos should be on it.
Yeah, well, that show was more realistic than that shit.
Exactly. It's like
the worst shit I've seen, dude. And I like Jeff Bezos. Like I said, I'm a big Amazon supporter, bro.
Definitely.
But man, Elon laughing at Blue Origin, bro.
I know.
Talk about propelling SpaceX.
Right.
Jesus, man. God, that was so bad, dude. Like oh man, that's just like, he's probably so embarrassed.
Oh, I'm sure. Now that he's happy that everybody figured it out, you know.
What, dude? I mean, how could you not?
Yeah.
Oh man.
But I guarantee you, there'll still be people like, oh no, it opened because they tried to open it, and like, dude, there'll still be some deniers. I guarantee you, man.
I don't know about that, man.
Gonna believe that.
Yeah, man. You should have seen the takeoff too. Oh, it was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so ridiculous. I'm telling you, man. And then, like I said, they're going all the way up. No kind of spacesuits on. No.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, bro.
If I guarantee you, if Katy Perry had any doubt that her life could be in any kind of danger, she would have not done something like this, bro. They did this for publicity. There's no way a famous person like Katy Perry would do something where it's like, you know what I mean? She might not come back, you know what I mean, alive. Katy
Perry, Gayle King, there was popular people in there,
bro. I'm saying, bro. There's no way they would have done this.
I'm gonna go up there. Oh my god, this is gonna be like, come on, man. Like, it was so
We're calling it BS.
Yes,
you can
man.
smell that shite.
Yes, literally.
We're at.
But that was it was really bad, bro. Like, I was
But Jeff Bezos, we still love you, and please give us our packages on time after this show. We don't
always, man.
Yeah. To be delayed anymore.
Same day delivery, baby. We love it.
I don't do that same day delivery because they charge $2.99 for shipping and handling. Some BS.
I don't get charged. What are you talking about? It's right here. They actually ask you the time. Usually, I get mine delivered between 4 and 8 a.m. Because it's the best.
Maybe it's because your area for some reason in my area, because I have Prime. But whenever I try to get same day shipping, they always try to be like, "Oh, we're gonna charge you." They don't even say it; they just put it into the actual the whole charge of it. But I caught on to it. I was like, "Wait, why am I getting charged $2.99 for shipping and handling?"
You're not supposed to pay shipping and handling,
huh?
You don't pay shipping and handling. It's Prime.
That's what I'm saying. But it charges me when I try to do it same day. But if I try to do it next day, they don't charge me for shipping and handling.
It's weird.
That's super weird.
I don't know. They just ask me what time I want it, and I'm like, cool, 4 to 8 a.m.
You got that Prime since day one. I have.
Yeah, I've had old school Prime, dude. That shit's old.
Oh, maybe
I love it.
maybe for the newer Prime members, they caught on and they're like, let's make some extra money if they want.
I could see that. You're probably right. I could see that because Prime was originally 2-day.
Yeah.
And then they implemented the 1-day. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Now it's same day. I'm like, oh, this is beautiful, bro.
Definitely.
I usually place orders like 4 or 5 a.m. sometimes, and then get it. That's when I'll have to get in the afternoon. But if I order it like at night, like at like midnight or 1 or 2, 4 to 8 a.m., it's dope, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Usually it's right before midnight. Like say before I go to the gym and I need to make an order, I'm like, okay, cool. I got to make this order before I hit the gym. And then, it'll be here between 4 and 8 a.m. But it's not the Amazon trucks. It's the Amazon drivers that are like Uber drivers.
Right.
That's who deliver it. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It's perfect, though. I like the 4 a.m. to 8 a.m.
No, yeah, that's a good one.
It's cool. It's quiet. It's not the big trucks, and it's just boom, right there. Porch. Cool. Done.
Right.
So convenient, bro.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to do something for the Average Day Joes, man. We got 197 people watching. If we can get to 200, 3 more. If we can get to 200 by today, I'm gonna give you a special little treat at the end of this show, which we're pretty much done. But we're still gonna do Jay's words of wisdom. So if I can get to 200 people, 3 more, we'll do a little special treat for you guys. But Jay, that being said, what is your final words of wisdom for our very last segment?
Oh man,
people with
today, I was gonna go with since I was watching Kill Bill, right? I always go with like, well, what's going on, and I was gonna say all warfare is based on deception. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. Basically, what I'm trying to say, that's a Sun Tzu quote, by the way, from Art of War.
Right.
But if you're ever upset with like, say, a friend or like a significant other and all that stuff, feelings are gonna pass, and then everything gets back to normal. You know what I mean? You could tell them and express how you feel,
Yeah.
But that will just create a sense of just ill will, and it's not going to benefit anyone. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to play different roles. You know what I'm saying? Like, let that pass and you'll be fine. You know what I mean?
So
that's why
you're trying to say don't tell other people how you feel if something they did hurt you.
Like, no, I'm only talking about like your significant others or your close like friends. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't want to be sharing too much concept of too much honesty. You know what I'm saying? You always want to be honest, but sometimes if you like I said, if you have like if someone upsets you that's close to you, you know what I mean? That feeling will pass by the next day. That's a fact. You could even sleep on it, you'll be fine, and you'll be like, it passed. Instead of creating a sense of chaos, literally, before, and then you probably, if you do that, it's going to go to a whole nother level of fight, this, that, and just a whole bunch of nonsense. Instead, just let it pass, and then you wake up the next morning, and it's back to normal. Right. Sometimes you have to do stuff like that. It's Art of War stuff, bro.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
Yeah. That's kind of a great thing what you're saying about how we reported with the breaking news today with the whole school shooting, the FSU. Because if he would have listened to you, that would have happened too.
Yes. I mean, sometimes you can't just act on straight emotion like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Dude, think. Use your head. You know what I'm saying? Let it marinate and be like, next morning, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, too many people act on emotions, man. And it's just like, bro, just like you said, man, we have shit that goes down like that, you know?
Right.
And that's what I mean. I believe I don't know what happened or why, but, like you said, you say that was mentally unstable, right? Yeah. I agree with that. You know what I mean? Definitely. I believe that's the weak-minded. Like, that shit should never happen like that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's what I'm going with. Warfare being based on deception, man.
Definitely. Very well said. And to kind of close it off and going off of what you said, we got to remember that holding on to anger and resentment only I can't even talk today. Perpetuates inner turmoil. I can't say it.
He said
Perpetuates.
perpetrate, bro.
It perpetuates, but
Oh, it's perpetuate. I thought you said perpetrate.
no, it's perpetuates. But yeah, sometimes with me and my vocabulary being from a different country, it's hard for me to say certain words. When I was growing up, bro, I used to always get made fun of because I could not say. I couldn't differentiate. See, I can't even differentiate now. Differentiate. I couldn't. So you know how you have the number 3.
Yeah.
And then you have the word free.
The word what?
When you say free, like free willy, free, you know?
Oh, free, yeah.
Yeah. So I could never say when I was learning like the numbers, I could not say the letter 3. I couldn't put my tongue together and say th with 3. I would always say the number 3 as free.
Okay.
I would always get made fun of when I was like in 1st, 2nd grade because I could not differentiate certain like the way that certain words are said. I can't, like, my tongue just doesn't allow it.
He's like, free.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, 3 times free is free, or like, you know what I mean? Like,
Free, yeah. I got you.
So that's why it takes me a little bit sometimes to get my tongue to roll the words off.
That's all good, man.
That's just the way it is. But anyway, going back to my wisdom of words.
Yes, sir.
By choosing to release our negative emotions, we free ourselves from the chains of chaos, like you said, Jay, and step into a space of serenity and clarity. Letting go isn't about forgetting or condoning. It's about prioritizing your peace and well-being. It's about recognizing that your energy is too valuable to be spent on negativity. And I got a famous quote which says, letting go gives us freedom, and freedom is the only condition for happiness. So, you guys got to take that into aspect. Embrace this freedom, choose peace over chaos, love over anger, and forgiveness over resentment. In doing so, you not only heal yourself, but also illuminate the path for others to follow. And, that's what we always say. We got to stay grounded. We got to stay compassionate. And we just got to keep shining our lights, man. Because if we do that, then others will follow, All right, that is it for us. Unfortunately, we got up to 198, but we need 2 more to get that.
That's not true.
Huh?
That's not true. I believe it's over the 2s.
I'm at 198, brother.
198. I don't know, man. I don't know. It says above 205 right now. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there.
Maybe mine is lagging, but all right.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, if you see different than me, then I will play this. And
205.
205. Okay. Well, let me play this because some of you.
That's just X though. That's just X. I don't know obviously the other.
Yeah, it might be lagging because X for me says 197 right now. But
yeah, 205.
All right, so let's do it then. Let's do it. If we have
just letting you know it's 205, but that doesn't include the other one. You would know the other one.
I know. We got one on the other one.
Okay, so 206.
206. There we
go. 206.
All right, so I'm going to share you a clip because we kind of missed it of Kill Bill when she gouges that other eye out.
I watched it. So yeah. Oh, dude,
I heard you super excited about it. And
I was juiced. I was like, damn, that's ruthless.
I know. I was like, I felt bad. I didn't get to go back into it with you, so I was like, you know what? Let's just catch it on this one right now. So
Yes.
Let's do it. So you're gonna see, if you've never seen Kill Bill Volume 2, since you say the movie, just tell them the brief background before how she lost the other eye and how.
So basically, this is a girl fight, and the girl she's fighting, her eye, so she killed her master who taught her everything, and she only has one eye, and so instead of killing her for killing her master, to get back at her, she takes out her eye.
But
so now
how did she lose the first eye in the gecko? From the gecko? You don't remember?
I don't remember.
From the master himself.
Oh yeah, that's right. I blanked because I was thinking. I was like, that's right. So she killed him. She poisoned his fish eggs.
Exactly.
That was messed up, man. That was hella messed up.
I mean, he did take out her eye. I mean,
But she had one left. So
No,
so
no.
it's like, yeah, it was crazy because like, yeah, she killed him, and then now, you know, her
Yeah.
predecessor is like, you know what? You killed my master. I'm gonna take the only thing you have, and now you can't see, and you're gonna
Exactly.
have to live like that. That's
Exactly.
crazy, bro. Ruthless, bro.
And here is that part again, in case you missed it, guys. Check it out.
Yes. Oh man. Super ruthless, bro. And she stepped on it. Ah, bro, you can't get more ruthless than that, bro.
Yeah. And you were right. It did just catch up. We're at 206 people watching. So shout
I
out to
told
you.
you. Hell yeah, bro. That's why I said play the clip. I didn't
Yeah.
know that's what you were playing.
Yeah, definitely.
You want to talk about just putting someone through torture, bro? Like,
That was
man,
it right there.
like you can't get more like I wouldn't even. That's what I mean. I did my job. I'm defending my master. I don't even need to kill you. You're done. I'm gonna
Exactly.
leave you in this. So remember, she left her in that trailer. Guess what else is in that trailer?
The Black Mamba.
The Black Mamba. Exactly. So she's not only blind now. The Black Mamba's there and gonna feast.
Right. Right.
See, they don't say that in the movie, but obviously we know.
Yep.
And then what is it? After you get bit from that, what is it? 30 minutes later, you're done?
No, it's not. It's like 30 seconds, bro. Black Mamba's like
Is it 30 seconds? Oh, wow. No, because was it 30 seconds he died?
super quick, bro. Black Mamba is like within a minute you're dead, bro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
super quick.
I didn't know he died that fast.
Yeah.
The brother?
Yeah, yeah.
I could have sworn because he was still talking to her.
But
could
he
have
didn't
sworn.
get bit until like she pretty much was leaving with this, like with the suitcase, and then he's
Yeah.
talking for like a minute, but he started getting into like the convulsions and stuff, like he was.
Yeah, I saw it on his eye. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
I could have sworn she said, oh, okay, you're probably right. I don't remember the exact number. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, definitely one of the most poisonous things. It is, I think.
Damn, it's literally that fast.
Yeah,
So even if you had like so the venom's in you, but you can't survive that at all, even if you have the antidote or anything.
And if you have it right on you and you can inject it, maybe.
Okay. I'm just wondering because that's crazy. Damn, that's ruthless, bro.
It's very.
But that's a fast death. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Damn, that is crazy.
It says that sources. Oh, you're right. Actually, it says that sources indicate that death can occur in as little as 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, see, that's what I mean. I could have sworn I could have sworn she said something like that too.
Yep.
Because she gave a whole description of everything after he was bit.
Yeah,
she was like, "Oh, well, you will be laying here for blah 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 blah." I was like, "Oh hell no!" And then you see what happened to her right after that.
But it does say that neurotoxic venom in the Black Mamba's bite causes symptoms to appear often within 10 minutes.
I believe it.
Yep.
But yeah, so it's not 30 seconds.
Not 30.
that'd be crazy, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy fast.
Yeah, there's no survival if that was that fast.
Exactly. Yeah. Damn, that's crazy, bro. But yeah, that was such a great part.
I know.
Like, man, that when I saw that, that's what I mean. Like, you put Quentin Tarantino just like, hey, bro, I'm putting this in here. That's crazy. I was getting ready. I told you for a whole fight scene, like swords. I was like, oh shit. And then I saw that. I was like, bro, this dude on other levels, man.
Exactly. And just for all my snake people, I don't want to get any backlash later on because I just found out that the most venomous snake in the world is actually called inland taipan. That's the
I don't know
most
what that is.
venomous snake in the world.
So that's the deadliest one?
The most deadliest one, yeah. The most poisonous one. The most
Oh,
venomous.
okay.
Yeah. 50, basically, if you get bit by one of those, 50% chance of survival. So.
So it's a wow. Okay.
Yep.
Damn.
And the effects of that one includes paralysis, breathing
Oh, wow.
difficulties, and death. So
Oh, damn. Done deals.
you
Done
can't even
deals.
go get your dose of anti-venom if you wanted to.
Damn. Oh, damn. That's reward. I wonder where those are located. Damn, that's a trip.
Probably somewhere's in Asia, I'm sure.
Oh, damn.
Somewhere's in Asia for sure. Unless, I mean, I could say Australia too, because Australia does have like all the most poisonous things, but who knows, you know?
Yeah.
Who really knows? Anyway, that's it for us today. Thank you guys so much. We got 206 people watching, maybe more because my thing lags, I just found out. But yeah, it was a good show. I'm super glad we got to be here. We are definitely over our time frame we're at 2 hours and 35 minutes.
Oh, wow.
It's probably the longest show to date, but hey, it's for you guys, Average Day Joes. We love you guys.
It's all good, man.
Our motto is health, wealth, and happiness. That's kind of what we like to present to you guys every day. And we shall see you guys back here tomorrow. And it'll be for my birthday as well. So it'll be F-It Friday out of all things. And
yes,
because it is 11:11 p.m. in our time.
Yep.
So ended right now.